Hello, and hello, everyone. It's Matt and Gabe. ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Good afternoon already. It feels like morning, though, kind of. That's so much going on already. Welcome to another episode of our special Mattitude live streams right here from Liverpool. We are in my very cozy hotel room because we cannot live stream from the press center. And so we got to improvise. Now, you may notice there is currently maybe a little bit of a choppiness going on with the live stream. If that's the case, let us know. Forgive us. Sometimes the internet takes a little while to find itself. Also, I'm using my personal Wi-Fi because for some reason, when I use the hotel Wi-Fi, I cannot get into the media center. And that's super annoying. But we're here for semi-final 2, the very first dress rehearsal. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. We're going to guide you through the show. I just want to let you all know also that in addition to this live stream, if you get busy at work or you're on the road somewhere, we don't want you to be too distracted. Well, you cannot read either really when you're driving. But we do have a live blog as well. If you want to check that one, I will share the information as much as possible. We have Sean in the arena, and we have Connor, I think, watching from the press center, and Melanie's taking pictures and providing with a lot of content. We'll share that on here as well, so you can jump back and forth. We have an article on ESC United for that as well. So real quick, we have about 14 minutes before the show starts. I want to talk to Gabe because I had my live stream yesterday walking you through the 10 qualifiers and the 5 non-qualifiers, not even go into specifics. Surprise, no surprise. You're kind of like, yeah, that was kind of like what you thought were going to happen.
So there's sort of a bit that I've had a little bit of, there are a few things where I'm like, well, I should have known that was going to happen. Croatia being one thing. For some reason, I held off. I got to hold my hands up and say I was just completely wrong about this. I held off for a really, really long time on Croatia, saying that it wouldn't qualify, that people wouldn't get it, but they did, and it did, and it was the first one out.
Yeah.
I also regret, after the performances and having seen it in the arena as well, I regret the little bit of doubt that crept in over as well. Again, it's one of those things you're looking at now and I think, why was I worried? Why was I ever worried? It was always sailing through. And it was brilliant last night. I had some I think the big point of sadness for me, and I'm sure you share this, is Malta. I don't know in what world that doesn't qualify. I mean, I was so shocked, especially after the performance was full of energy. It was well received in the village. It was well received in the arena. You know, I think it was desperately sad that they didn't.
I think there could be multiple factors, just the way the running order happened there, and it could be, we don't know yet because we only have a set of televote. It could be we're talking about like 1 or 2 points in the vote. There could be 11.
I think we may find that when the results come out, when we see the full result after the broadcast on Saturday, I think we're going to see that this was a bloodbath, and there's a lot of countries near the edge. I think there's we've obviously got Malta, the Netherlands. There are countries.
Latvia could be so.
Countries which could well have just fallen short by a few points. And I think the Netherlands for me is still a bit of a shock as well, because I stand by the strength of the song, but I guess the problem is that the issues we've had through the season with that and for them, it ended up, I think it made the performance, it meant they weren't able to do everything that they would have wanted to do at the start. And I think the Dutch broadcaster should look to themselves and the way they've managed it and managed the process, and think about how they can fix it, because I don't blame Mia and Dion for what happened at all.
Whom?
Mia and Dion.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was the whole, I always said with Netherlands was the process as the whole. There were so many flaws to the Dutch selection this year. Number one, they just picked Duncan Lawrence as a co-writer, because it's Duncan Lawrence, right? Yeah. And they picked 2 artists that didn't know each other, didn't perform each other, and clearly were not well suited for this song. It wasn't written for them. They weren't really picked based on their vocal capability that suits the song. So I think the whole thing, and then the initial key situation, it was just overall a whole mess, and it just never came together. And it is unfortunate, but it's the first year since 2015 that the Netherlands is missing out on the finals. So for the country, I think, they'll be fine. They'll be back, I'm sure. And I'm not sure if any Dutch folks are in the chat. I have a feeling that Duncan Lawrence is going to catch a lot of flack for it, because he was a little, I wouldn't say dismissive, sounds a little rude, but he was certainly a little less aware of the issues until the very last moment. I didn't know they wouldn't work together live. I'm like, that's something you should have known. Those kind of things that they had to fix the last minute, and that was too late.
Yeah, and I think we have to remember that Duncan Lawrence is actually quite a young artist himself. His breakthrough didn't come through that long ago.
Yeah.
He's not, people are comparing his role to the role of Ilse de Lange in 2019, but there's simply no comparison. By that point, Ilse de Lange had so much experience in the music industry. She'd been herself a few years before, but she has a massive back catalogue going back, and she's been at it for a long time. Duncan Lawrence does not have that now.
Yeah, people are saying in the chat, Dan now is saying Duncan is being lynched by Dutch media right now.
Yeah, he's 29. Duncan Lawrence is still only 29. It's...
Yeah, I mean,
surreal to me.
I mean, the decision has been made, and he made. There needs to be some certain. I understand there's some sort of repercussions and some accountability. That's just normal in that role. There's always a difference between being held accountable and being lynched. I mean, figuratively, of course. So that I understand that there is criticism that needs to be, put out there, but yeah, don't go overboard with that either. And some of the others, I mean, without going to like Ireland and Azerbaijan, those were probably the two obvious non-qualifiers, right? Out of the ones left, there's nothing really else to add. And then we talked about Latvia. You didn't have Latvia as a qualifier, did you?
I did not. The only person who did was Connor, who had it third, I think, which was, to be fair to him, I do respect the fact that some of our team members made absolutely massive calls that take guts to make. Roy calling a Norway MQ, out. Connor saying that Latvia was going to finish third in the semi. Those were never going to happen.
Yeah.
Those were never going to happen, and they didn't. They didn't come true. But I appreciate them sticking their heads out, putting their necks on the line like that.
Yeah. Who was like the biggest relief when they came up? Something what I'm expecting was the one like you were really, really excited and relieved about.
Portugal.
Thing.
I was so happy after the week they've had. For those of you who haven't seen, there's been struggle in rehearsals for them. It's been a difficult, it's been a difficult period of time. And the concept that they brought, they've said, wasn't working the way they wanted it to. They've had to adapt a lot very fast. So I'm so glad they got their awards. I think actually it got one of the biggest receptions of the night. It was, people really enjoyed it in the village. It sounded fantastic. Her vocal performance was arguably the best of the night, full stop.
Yeah.
And now I'm actually quite excited about the effect that the juries will have in the song, because I think juries will really like it. I think it's more jury friendly than televote friendly. The other thing.
We got to move on to the second semi-final. Of course, that's what we want to talk about. And then we're going to answer questions in the chat as well. So forgive me. I just want to get some input from Duncan. But my last thought.
From Duncan?
From Duncan.
People do tell me I look like him sometimes,
From Gabe. So I think the very interesting part, what are your thoughts on both Sweden and Finland drawing first half?
I think it basically guarantees that they'll be 10th and 13th or 11th and 13th.
Yeah.
And I think, probably with Loreen earlier, because Loreen's prop, having seen them both be assembled and disassembled in the arena, Loreen's prop takes a lot longer to do. Like, it does take...
It has to be, I said, right after a break against...
$10, $13, $9 and $13, something like that. I have to say though, I wasn't hugely impressed by the fact that, and this might get me a bit of hate, and everyone's going to say that I hate Sweden. To be clear, this has nothing to do with Loreen. And
I think I know what you're going to say.
But it doesn't seem fair on the other delegations to allow one of the richest and most resource-heavy delegations to bring a prop that takes 3 minutes.
I said the same thing yesterday, to be fair.
To set up and to pull down again.
It's not just Lorraine. It's like every year almost that they get this extra, like, we need more time to set this up.
Yeah.
And Sweden is but it's the UK even,
Yeah.
So you often get that.
Yeah, the UK did it. Other countries done it in the past. It's gaming the system, and I think they need to crack down on it. I think they need to say, look, we're willing to make some small allowances, but if we can't set up, if you can't show us a way to set up your staging in 45 seconds, that's not your staging.
Yeah, and then we cannot always penalize the likes of Lithuania and Albania that comes in like a less ideal running order because they don't have the budget to buy these props. No, I said the same thing yesterday. We had that conversation, so you're just echoing what we said. So all good on that front. I understand that they do want to, but yeah, just the treatment then it's a little bit unfair. So let's, as I said, now let's move on to the second semifinal because we got 16 songs rehearsing today for the first time. Not the first time rehearsing, but in terms of the dress rehearsal, running order, we get everything: the opening act, the interval act, and all of that stuff, and the hosting jokes. In addition, the remaining direct qualifiers that did not perform in the semifinal one will actually perform today and tonight. We'll have Spain, we'll have the UK, and we have Ukraine.
Yes. So of those three, I have to say I cannot wait to see Spain. I know it's going to be similarly staged to the national final. But I can't wait to see that come alive.
Yeah.
On, there's a few, when I think of the sort of, because I think we're now getting into it, like there's a series of songs which are sort of come alive on stage for me, or songs which I think have really said, okay, this is an incredible package and really could go and win the whole thing. Finland and Sweden are the obvious ones. Look and sound amazing. There's other songs where I've looked at them and thought, wow, they are now exceeding expectations because they sound so good. People like Portugal. I want to see who is going to join them in the semi-final, and also who is perhaps not, but also who's not looking so good.
Yes.
There may be a few.
I'm actually most interested in the other two. Not that anything against Spain, but I feel like we kind of have an idea. But UK, this could be a hot mess. It could be the most amazing thing ever. And Ukraine, because just the 30-second snippet that we saw, I was just like, oh, it was like it's like I couldn't believe that's like next level kind of thing. And I was just so happy with what I saw, and I hope it's going to look just as amazing. So I'm really, really especially interested in Ukraine today. So thank you for Let's Dance. Thank you so much for the super chat. Switzerland and Sweden delivered the best vocals. The Irish singer holding the microphone without singing while the pre-recorded voice could be heard was cringe. You're just echoing repeating sounds kind of rude. You're echoing what I said as well. That was my biggest issue with Ireland. I mean, there are plenty of issues I had with staging and all of that, but that was the biggest thing when we heard the backtrack, and he was just more like, dancing like you're supposed to sing.
I thought, it was, I think obviously we have to be understanding that they were upset and they just had a tough, they'd missed out, and that so obviously it's a tough thing to take. It was unfortunate to see the lead singer of Wild Youth on social media saying that you missed the bin there.
You didn't have to broadcast it here to the world that I don't have that my basketball career is now officially over.
Yeah, well, the people deserve to know. Okay. This is what they came for. It was disappointing to see him, saying, "Oh, no one gives Ireland a chance." And sort of, there was an implication that politics had something to do with it, and that's the sort of attitude that damaged the UK for so long and let us.
But what politics? What people have against Ireland? They're like so neutral in so many ways.
Yeah, and they're the most successful country in the history of contest. I mean, I know that hasn't been.
You don't like us because what?
Yeah.
So it's people saying the internet is very laggy. We're hoping it's going to find itself. I have no other choice because I don't have a headset for my iPad.
We could try switching to mine because I have all my stuff already plugged in, so I could just turn this on and see what happens.
Yeah, but you have the same internet.
No, I'm on my phone's 5G.
Oh,
which
okay.
Would be different.
But you can. Okay, we'll try to set up Gabe's and see how that works. So just hold on tight, right? Okay. Again, we're not in the press center, so it's a little bit more tricky to do all of that.
Is this better?
Well, you're not on mine yet. This is my camera.
No, I've switched it. I switched it in Melon. So everyone, just say if this is better or worse. If it's better, then we'll stick with it. If it's worse, we'll go back to how it was.
I hate this camera angle. Makes me look super fat.
Oh no, you look long.
You look just fat everywhere. Okay, got it.
They're saying better. Okay, we'll stick with this for now. Excellent. So where were we?
In Liverpool?
Well, yes. Oh, yes, I remember. I know where we were. It was you throwing your bottle into the bin and saying that about Ireland. So the thing is, look at this is the camera now.
Oh, yeah. No,
So the thing is, I think Ireland is at risk of doing the same thing that the UK did for many years, which was give, giving themselves an excuse, a reason to never, to not get their act together. And I think that's a mistake. I think I think the national final format is a problem. I think it's too casual. It's too dressed down. It turns away. It turns away. My brain's not operating this morning. It turns away potential artists, and it creates a negative kind of feedback loop in the press, which is not great. But there we go.
So, just so you're aware, we're still waiting for the live stream to begin for the dress rehearsal. So, nothing, you haven't missed anything yet. It said we're gonna just talk you through it, and we'll you still be able to share the screen as well, right?
Oh yeah, I can.
I could help with that as well if needed. We'll give you the updates. Melanie is going to work really hard in there, but we'll have it on social media as well, getting you some pictures. There are 16 countries. Is there one you look really forward to? For me, obviously Australia, because I want to see the whole package, but it's going to look good. I'm very interested in Denmark, the first one, only because we didn't get the first part yet with that walking through thing, whatever he's doing. I'm super interested in that. Those two stand out to me a lot, but there are others as well, of course. Anyone comes to mind
the thing for me is, and I was going to talk about Australia, but actually I think...
Oh, in Austria.
Because I think we both agree on that. So I want to talk about a different one, which is Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
I think her voice is really gorgeous. And also this one is, for my liking, I think it's a clear qualifier. And I think most people agree on that. But I think it's really flown under the radar all through this season. And we're getting some lights in the arena now, by the way. So we may shortly have... Oh, here we are. The show is starting.
I don't hear a thing. Oh, I'll probably refresh mine now.
All right, let's have it. 3 women serving real girl power. They're dressed down at the moment. You've got Alicia, Julia, and Hannah are back. They got really good reviews I saw last night. People seem to be, very fond of them.
There wasn't like a weak one, but Hannah's, of course, a standout.
I had to say I was pleasantly surprised. I think I'd maybe, because of some of her past work, I think I was a bit too quick to judge Alicia Dixon in particular. I thought she was really fantastic last night.
Yeah. I can hear a thing. But you got to walk them through while I'm fixing my sound.
Okay. Okay, so we're starting out now. They've given us much better sound quality today, by the way. The sound's back to normal instead of having the mic feed, which is what we had the last couple of days.
Keep talking. Don't worry about me.
Okay.
That's going to take a few minutes, so you just
focus
on that.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's not working.
You're muted.
I know, but it's still not working. Trust me.
Okay. I was like,
No. Trust me. Now it's working because it didn't before either. But the problem is when I plug it in, it's not transferring.
We need to mute.
I know. I got it. It's fine for 2 seconds.
I'm panicking too much again.
You're panicking too much. But
thank you very much. Just saw a 249 super chat from you. Thank you very much for that. Much appreciated. So they're still just doing our preamble. So Demi, who's just arrived, says, "What did I miss? It's nothing just yet." So we have all of our countries on the backdrop now, just as you saw in semi-final 1. One thing I would say, Matt, is I was so relieved that the qualifying announcement, I'm so relieved that went back to how it was before. Because that was really stressing me out, like thinking about what they were going to do with that. Still just in preamble for the minute. I have to say, I don't know if this is Julia's outfit or if she's dressed down. I think she's dressed down, but it's this really nice kind of Ukrainian traditional style dress. Oh, 16 songs. That's just my Denmark, Armenia, Romania.
My thing just crashed. I think we're on. Can you double check your Melena?
Yep.
Okay, maybe since you're in there, we're good.
Yeah. Okay, so they've just got Hannah doing her French. So give us a line in chat. Tell us who you're looking forward to seeing tonight if you're in the arena, tomorrow if you're in the arena, or you're watching it on TV in the evening. I'm seeing Spain, Australia, Georgia will qualify. Yes, it will. Someone mentions Austria, definitely. Some of the sound yesterday was weird. Some backing vocals were super loud over the voice. This has been a bit of a theme through the week, isn't it? That we've had quite a lot of sort of seemingly odd mixing issues from time to time.
Sure. Sorry.
It's fine. I'll leave you to it.
I have no idea what you said. I'm trying to turn because I can hear us through this, and I don't know how to mute this.
Oh, right click on the app on the tab.
Yeah.
Right click and click mute sites.
Oh, okay, much better. Oh, but no, I cannot hear my live stream either. Oh, it's frozen. That's why. Forgive me, y'all. Okay.
Shout out to the person who said Team Kazakhstan in chat. It looks like the dream is over. I'm afraid, my friends, but we can still dream. Maybe
don't worry about me. The focus on the stream until I need to talk.
Yep. So we've got people calling for Baber. We've got Cyprus, Australia, Armenia, and we have Riley getting ready to perform, wearing a fetching pink, all pink, lots of studs, like shiny studs, maybe like some kind of crystal or something, or maybe little metal studs. Couldn't quite tell.
So we're again on my end, by the way. Just I'm like 5 seconds behind you.
We have the Lviv Opera House and the Wales Millennium Centre, and let's see where we're going in Denmark. And there's Riley with his extremely fluffy hair at the Copenhagen Opera House in Copenhagen. Now, of course, one of us was in Copenhagen when they decided to host in that massive old shipbuilding warehouse in the middle of nowhere where you had to get a bus that took ages or a boat to the arena, which it's one of those things you look back now and think it's bizarre that ever happened. But there we are. So Riley's walking around, he's doing the little hearts a bit like we do, but he's better at it than I am.
Thank you for the super chat. Albania deserves the final this year. Well, fingers and toes crossed, Eurovision fan club. We'll find out in less than 36 hours.
Quite.
Okay, so my live stream is kaput.
All right, so it starts with Riley. He's in a heart frame, and the screen is black except for him and this little heart in the middle of the screen. Then he rips the frame off the camera.
There was an opening act. Some people were asking about. I didn't see an opening act, right?
There wasn't, no. Vocal, some of the high bits. Oh, stream just had a bit of a moment.
Okay, I can hear it now.
So at the moment, the worry is the vocal doesn't sound perfectly on to me. I don't know about you.
No, like it's high, like it's a little off, but it's frozen again.
The chorus does sound better though, because of the backing, like the vocoded stuff.
Does he have the vocoder in the chorus?
One thing that is really cool about this performance, we are still on the first camera. There has not been a single camera cut. We must be a minute in now, and the camera has not cut at all.
It cut there.
First one just happens.
Is the vocoder they use it, the sound effect for the chorus?
Sorry,
the vocoder, whatever it's called, the sound effect. Did they use it for the chorus?
Yes, they did, but it's not as loud as it was in the national final.
Oh, I can hear it now.
So
yeah, that's exactly what it is. His voice is a prominent one, not kind of like what Greece did last year.
Yep. What I will say I'm really pleased with about this, the camera work is very good because it's a lot of close shots. It's very personal. Riley is constantly making eye contact with the camera. He's building a connection with the viewer. This is one of the complaints we had, especially in the earlier rehearsals, about the camera shots maybe not popping quite as they should. The Danish have really nailed it on that front.
Lots of pink, lots of like orangey part. You still be breaking my heart.
I feel like we're slightly out of sync.
I know you're already on the green part, but I'm still.
And obviously, these performances also is very colourful. We're sort of it's all now. There's going to be some memes come out of this because the entire stage is green, like green screen green right now, with Riley in the middle of it. He's coming out to the satellite stage just for the final chorus.
So yeah, he's gotten a little better at the end though vocally, I will say. It sounds better. But he certainly doesn't have as strong of a backtrack support as he had in the national final, which is one of the things why I don't like those national finals that do that, because it could be misleading in a show like this.
Interestingly, we've gone to Alicia in the green room after the first song, before a postcard as well. So that doesn't imply there was an error with whoever's next.
2 countries will rehearse again at the end of the show, somebody's saying. I haven't seen the blog yet, so I cannot really comment on that. If there's any updates, I haven't heard anything about that yet. But I'm just trying to get my live blog on. I may have to switch. Now my phone's not even working anymore, the internet. At least the last few days it did, but now I'm stuck here.
All right. It's Armenia now. And we are in. I'm sorry, I missed one of the names there.
I get it.
We're at the Eden
Hopefully.
Project.
Ukraine, we're in the Botanical Garden in Lviv. And then going to the UK in the Eden Project in Cornwall.
And then we're closing up with the Yerevan Botanical Garden in, well, Yerevan. Oh,
no, yeah, okay.
What happened there? Hello. Sorry. Ostadal got us.
Again.
Can you all hear us okay? Just
if we disappear for a second, just let us know. We'll come back. Don't worry.
Someone say, stick some thumbs up in the chat or something if you can see us. Yep, they can see us.
No, I know that I can. It's just I can see it on my screen as well. Right, okay, so we're starting with
this looks just stunning. The sort of paint in water kind of effect.
It's like very floaty, and it's start with a close up. She's on the wall the entire time, just lying down. The only thing I would say, I wish we could see her face better because it disappears in that effect. But there's no shadow effect on this. Was it a real shadow?
But I think it's quite a good. I know number 2 is not traditionally seen as a great slot, but I think it's good for brunette to be straight after Riley. I think it's very big contrast in terms of the style of the songs.
So when she starts singing the chorus Future Lover, she doesn't stand up, but she sits up. And then lots of close up with very pretty purpley, pink, reddish stripes, even lighting. And then they kind of pan around her.
And in the chorus, the color's all gone. It's all silver and silvery black. Which
you saw the effect, like the water drop thing that we saw in the 30-second clip that was previously released.
Now maybe I'm over stating it, but the lyrics of the chorus are more about things that she's doing or she's
I want to listen to the bell. Boom. So when the bell comes in, it turns just white and a black backdrop, and you see her shadow on the floor. It's just white and black, but there are no bells or anything. It's just really just black and white. The floor is white, her shadow, you can see then the backdrop is completely black. There's no backdrop effect. It's really just all the flashing of it goes black and white, the floor, black and white.
The lighting, this lighting is incredible. This is amazing.
It's pretty effective. I like that. It looks beautiful. It looks like a music video.
Oh, wow. And now we have it's a dance break. I guess that's this year's cliche. But yeah, she's added a dance break.
Yeah. Like after the rap part.
I prefer this.
And it's like a snappy sound, like click.
Yeah.
It's not snappy, but it has like a and she has a dance break because it's in a key change. And she's dancing. It's similar to what you even see from Israel. But it's different songs, a different vibe, but it's kind of like has that feel.
And the flickering lights give the kind of slow motion effect that, slow-mo had last year.
This is when my screen freezes again, so you need to.
Okay. So thank you so much, Ellen Hanwright. Hi, I'm super tired because it's up since 4:45 a.m. watching Semi 1, and it's now 10:45 p.m. But wanted to tune into the stream. So excited for Voyager's full rehearsal. Us too.
So let's see. Sorry, we just got to focus on the Armenia real quick before reading this. Then at the last chorus, after the dance break, it turns again purple, like the first verse, basically. And then you have more far out shots as well, where you finally get to see the audience a little bit more. And she does her posing and stuff. I think it looks really good.
That, I think, looked fantastic. Brunette fans, you will be eating well tomorrow evening. The
Yes.
lighting, especially in the rap section, the lighting is stunning.
And you know why it's good? Because I'm not a big rap part. I didn't care for the rap part in the song. Beautifully staged and really naturally and organically implemented here, which makes it actually interesting to me. And I thought it was very well executed. I think Armenia, you fine. Oh, I do instill it on camera. Malark. So yeah. No pictures on the blog yet, I would assume.
On the blog, no photos on the blog. No, but we've got plenty of updates. Apparently, Armenia brings in the first applause of the day. Should say Armenia is entirely staged on the satellite stage. She doesn't use the main stage at all. She stays very much in the same place. So we're just waiting for Theodore now. The postcard's coming to the end. He was at the Taras Savchenko statue and the Beatles statue were in his postcard. I did not catch the Romanian location.
Oh, neither did I.
All right, here we go.
I try to be good, do good. Okay, so there are lots of Theodores on the LED floor, right? That's him on the floor.
Yep, that is.
You like 10 of them, like all different poses. They're like doing like this or like almost like a fetus position. I don't know what that was. And then this is him playing the guitar.
And he's pretending to play a guitar at the moment.
Yeah.
Just sat on stage playing a guitar.
He's wearing pink again. Yeah, so the backdrop, it's the LED floor is all red, like floaty, watery red. And then you see like 7 or 8 Theodores displayed on it. I'm not quite sure what that means. It's just...
It's honestly quite pretty in all acoustic.
I'm not a fan. But in the backdrop, it's like a floaty, like swirly blue backdrop.
You know, this is actually more effective than I expected. I'm pleasantly surprised so far, and he sounds great.
Well, I like the song, and this is like the acoustic part right now. Still, we're in the first chorus, so it's just guitar and him, and his rock voice really comes through. Oh,
okay, that was weird. That transition.
Oh, that transition was really odd.
So
and then it gets jazzy almost.
Gone back to the full production, and that was such a weird vibe change. Like,
yeah, so when they pick up to the actual faster part, you just saw him on his face on screen. On screen, and then it kind of almost like trumpety, jazzy part in. And then the song picks up, and then you see the backdrop, the red lava running that you saw before. But it's just the transition was very jarring, and like, what was that? Like, it takes you out. Like, where are we now?
Oh, there's some weird backing track vocals as well.
Yeah, no, they have piano sound in here. It's a completely different. Like, the whole song is different. No, it's like piano. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, now at the last chorus, it's like the original version almost.
It just feels weird because, I mean,
we're not used to this one, so it froze me.
And also, I feel like I've heard 3 songs.
Yeah. And I don't think the transition was as smooth as they were hoping for.
I have to say, though, it's hardly fair on Theodore that he's had to do this all himself, basically, and that he's got the square root of nothing from his delegation to help him out.
Yeah, his voice is smooth as, and there's a dancer now there as well. I forgot. There's so much going on. Like, it's very busy, the staging, actually, even though there are not that many props. It's just a lot of stuff happening on the backdrop. And
here comes Estonia.
Wow, we need to talk this. I need to watch again tonight, obviously, just because there was so much going on, and it's like a new song almost.
Yeah, it happens. The thing is, so much happens so fast in that song. It's difficult to explain it to you. We're in Blackpool and Venezia for Alika's postcard, and then finally we head out to Estonia, and we are at the TV tower in Tallinn. I think they have a similar one in Hamburg, I think, which I've been to.
we didn't have time to show because there's a few clips on Instagram now, on our Instagram, but we don't have time for that right now.
Let's wait for maybe when they do the break.
Commercial break.
Yeah.
So forgive us if you're also not looking at the chat right now because, you know, busy. But we'll answer questions as soon as we can.
Aika nyt esti finaali. I don't know what you mean, but I think
But
I
sure,
agree.
we'll agree. So here we go. I mean, I kind of figured we know what we're going to get here from the 30-second clip, but let's see.
So they've cut the intro slightly.
Oh, they start the ghost piano immediately.
Yeah.
Even though she's sitting right in front of the piano. She's wearing the same outfit, the blue.
And also sort of blue, sort of spacey, kind of starry background and smoke. Very atmospheric.
Lots of close-ups. That's good. We need that here. Panning around her a lot and then on in the piano. So so far it captures the emotion, the feel of the song well. But now she's playing the piano. We just saw it wasn't playing real. So I don't like this because it's like we already know it's fake playing and now you're pretending you're playing.
I don't mind it. It's like it's happening and then she takes control of it.
Yeah, see, I don't like it. But I don't like it when people play the piano and then get up. I'm like, we know what I mean?
That's true. I don't know. I mean, in a lot of ways, I think the whole song is kind of it's all on the B stage, by the way. I should say that. This whole song is a metaphor in some ways, for taking control of your life and of your emotions.
Yeah.
From when other things have previously sort of played the tune for you. So in some ways, the piano here, playing the piano.
I know it's symbolism, but symbolism, if you don't get it, with the look, it just doesn't make sense much. Plus, she played for like 5 seconds and she got up and walking. Yeah, real shot where she was holding her hand and she was doing like this with her fingers.
Her voice is so good. Just such stunning voice.
Yeah. So now she's walking to the main stage, I think, right?
Yes.
From the satellite stage.
All right, now we get to the strings come in. A flash of blue across the back LEDs.
Now, yeah, with the bridge comes in. She connects well with the camera. Then she does a lot of like some of these gestures, that seems a little bit too over-rehearsed for my personal taste.
I don't mind it so much, but I think in general that they've managed to bring some of the drama of this song to the stage, which is what they needed to do.
Yeah.
I think I'm more confident about this qualifying than most people. I think it's safe.
I wouldn't call it safe, no. It's possible.
When it explodes into orange for the final chorus.
Yeah, it was black, the backdrop, for a little while when she was having the last chorus where it was very quiet and subtle, and then turns golden, as you said.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they turned the back LEDs halfway through. Because she had the LEDs early, and then they turned them to use the lights at the end.
Yeah.
Gustav
is next.
Gustav.
All right, we'll see. I'm not a massive fan of the song, but I like his attitude and his spirit. So
we're at the
Independence Monument in Kyiv. I remember going there actually.
The Angel of the North.
Then we're going to the Angel of the North.
That's where I grew up.
Oh, that's where you grew up?
Yeah.
Oh, how awesome. And then we're going in Belgium to a place called Belgium Atomium. Oh, they're famous one. I know that one.
That really caught me off guard, actually.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see where I grew up in a Eurovision postcard.
No, everyone knows about your Red Angel, or whatever that was.
Oh, that actually really, really caught me off guard.
That's so cool.
Oh my God, I've gone all red.
Well, that's the whole point of this, showcasing the entire country, even though the less known ones. Belgium, because of you. The beginning is him standing on top of his, I was going to scaffold, but the stair thing. With him, black backdrop with a white silhouette of his singing face. And then the dancer also black silhouette starting to dance on screen. While the three backup dancers on microphone stands at the bottom. He's wearing white now. Oh no, he's wearing the same stuff. Never mind. The pink pants and the white top.
I think it's quite a clever way to sort of narrow the stage by only using the center LEDs and leaving the outsides completely black.
Yeah.
And this is the sort of song that I think needs the crowd in the room as well. I think it'll really explode when the crowd is there.
It says celebrate on stage while the two dancers on the backdrop are, and you see the three backup singers now on screen actually. And another, like a drag queen on screen. So now he's at the bottom of the stairs, and now he's going down the catwalk and then towards the satellite stage. Oh, that's a cool effect. It looks like broken glass he's standing on. There's a lot happening on the backdrop, so I'm not going to go for everything. There's just no way. But there's lots of dancing going on there. Kind of what you saw in the 30-second clip, just, you know, more and more for the entire 3 minutes. Overall, the staging is mostly black and white, and they're using to accentuate with red and pinkish kind of feels, right?
I think Gustav, though, he's sort of his outfit. He's so bright; it really stands out. We've been talking about distinguishing the performer from the backing singers when the singers are on stage with them.
Yes,
this is another really good example of that.
I like Lithuania did with Monica. Yeah. Is it like the national final? People are asking. Bigger.
Yes.
Just way bigger. This is where the dancers are kind of circling him right now and singing.
And here comes the dancer now coming up behind him.
It seems like because of you, and you see the word show on the LED floor. He's still wearing his, of course, his famous Kung Lao Mortal Kombat hat.
It makes me really happy to sort of.
This is where the dancer comes in for the first time, right? At this part?
Yes, at this point, quite late in. It makes me really happy to see everything Gustav has talked about, what he wants to do with his performance in terms of highlighting the dancers, highlighting the backing singers.
Yeah, and this is his family. And I think actually he does it better. We're a family. We're together than actually Albania.
There is the finish. I have to say, I thought that was really nicely done.
Yeah.
And it felt like, despite the fact the colors were quite cold, it was harsh whites and blacks, the performance felt really like warm.
Okay, good.
Sort of like a big hug. And now we have Hannah Waddingham.
You have a break now, right?
Yeah, and she's with Timur and Graham Norton.
Timur, oh yeah, Graham. Oh yeah, it says on it. Let's check. Do you want to check some of the pictures or
yes,
and videos?
I will do so now.
Oh, you want me to do that?
I can get this up here. 1 second. So we've got some photos for you from Armenia and earlier. So I'm going to share. Got to make sure I share the right tab here. Share screen. Chrome tab. EFC United live blog. Now, make sure, if you haven't already, that you do check out our live blog, which is running concurrently with this stream. As you can see here, we've got some photos from Armenia. Oops. Oh, what perfect timing. Here's some photos from Romania. This is bizarre, isn't it? Because this kind of feels like a metal concert always. Almost. Yeah. And then if we look further down, we have this is the effect we're talking about. This is at the start of the Armenian performance with all the bright colors, sort of the paint swirling effect. And then below that, we have, this is in the chorus, I believe, with the water drops.
Yes, that we kind of saw in the clip that we all saw, the 30-second one.
And then below that, let's go to we also have a couple from Denmark.
They're not very telling because it's so hard to see without the camera work. This the stage prop is, you won't capture that in pictures, unfortunately.
But you can see here, that's that green, that you see that was the end of the performance. And this is in, I believe, the second chorus when he sings the chorus lying on the floor with the camera above him. You can't see it there. So in the meantime, I'm going to stop sharing. We can see We're still in a VT at the moment.
Yeah, they were doing a quick discussion about Berka Saduchka's performance. So that will probably happen in the live show as well. So addressing why it was awesome and so special. And then I think that's it, right? Then they leave the room after talking to them for a few seconds. Let's see what's happening. We get that united. And then we switch to Alicia again in the green room.
You can also, if you check out at ESC United on Twitter, there are some brief, quick 10-second video snippets of the performances as well. Make sure you check those out. Those are going live now as we speak. All right. So we're just waiting for...
So she didn't do interviews. She was just... Oh, they gave her a card. Oh, there was a slight delay here on my...
Yeah, my stream has also just had a bit of an issue.
Okay. Oh, it was a joke. Oh, it was a joke. I thought it was whatever they did, it was a joke, but I couldn't see it because they were handing her some cue cards and she was made a joke. They're wrong and then froze them away. But it was part of the sketch.
My stream is
mine too. So it's not just me. It's just the stream actually, because we have different internets, Wi-Fi's, different internets. Oh, they look like flight attendants with their cards that they're pushing, right? They're not dressed like flight attendants.
Please don't tell me they're going to bring back Scooch for that.
Well, that's what she said. Oh, okay, Scooch.
Oh, is that what she said?
I thought so. She said, "Come on, Scooch."
That would be very funny if that is what she said. We have Cyprus coming out next, by the way. The stream has got very choppy, but we'll tell you what we can. We're both having issues. So
Kiev C
Beach.
Oh, beach. Sorry.
Kiev C Beach.
Couldn't we have? And then we're in Brighton Beach in East Sussex.
Brighton Beach. I'm sure many, trust me. The
and then in Cyprus, we're in Akti Olympian Beach. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sure that that many Eurovision fans are very familiar with Brighton Beach and the venues that surround it.
There is Cyprus, and you're playing basketball. And I'm really curious about that one because the 30-second snippet looked beautiful. Nice postcard as well. So let's see. Although the graphic again looks like I think of Ireland when it's the same colors, but that's like so.
I really do. I think of Ireland. Right, here we go. Andrew Lambrou.
Oh, the very first note sounds good, but it's not a backtrack.
Yeah.
But beautiful, like dark blue, little green in the back.
Oh, it crashed for me. Oh, there it goes back.
So yeah, he's singing like it's fairly dark, just like green, dark green, and blue with smoke on the floor.
Like he's under the sea, isn't it? That's the effect that they produce.
Yes. Like
he's backdrop.
Correct. He's like in the water. So.
Oh, rain! It's raining
on the backdrop.
You're right. That is on the backdrop. For a second, I thought they had.
It looked really real.
Yeah.
No, mine's frozen. We're taking turns. Oh, his high notes sound good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's some support, but it sounds still good. It sounds really good, y'all.
Honestly, the high notes are the strongest part of his vocal, in my opinion. I think it's actually
really, really good.
Verses.
And like he sounds really, like, even like the verses, he sounds good. I think they missed a camera cue there, but it's not a big deal. Now it's still very dark and blue. You see the rain, like a waterfall in the back behind him. It has been blue this entire time for the most part. Oh, and then in the second chorus, there's even more water. It gets just more grand.
A lot more rain. Instead of just the middle LED, it's the whole back wall. If I was going to have a complaint about this, his face is a little dark.
Yeah.
And now the whole stage is like an ocean. It's like
he reminds me a lot like his style. Like, do you know Shane Ward?
Yes.
Yeah, he has a little bit of vibe of the vocalist with that.
You don't want to know how old I was when Shane Ward won the X Factor.
No, I know it was a long time ago, but I just know from back then.
All right, we're coming into the bridge now.
And now
fire.
This is where the fire comes in. Okay, there he sings on what's a little shaky, that part. But then when he hits the last chorus, it goes, there come pyros everywhere. It's super fiery everywhere, the stage.
That's the sort of fire-water contrast, the sort of
so
well-ridden trope.
He's in the satellite stage again, and there's just pyros around him for the last chorus. It's just everything's on fire, basically. There's fire in the back row as well, by the LED screen. This was pretty impactful, the stage.
That was good, but I think I have to say, if you look at it in terms of the ballads we've seen so far, I have to say I thought Estonia was stronger. I thought it was more impactful, staging-wise. I thought the vocal was stronger. We've now got a coming up screen. So coming up, the School of Eurovision, Blanca Paloma, Tvorci, May Muller.
Actually, I don't know. I think Andrew Wood, to me, is the strongest song. I'm surprised, though, he's second in the betting odds right now to qualify.
Wow. That does surprise me a lot, actually.
There's a quick break again here. I think it's just like, since Ice on his neck, and Julia already, oh gosh, she's already like, how the little snippet right before the postcard, she's already jumping around, be all excited. That's just her. And I find that super endearing. So they're in Maniava waterfall in Ukraine. And then we're going probably to a waterfall, Pistil Reader. Pistil Radar? How do you pronounce that?
I'm not really sure, which is why I'm quite glad you said it, not me. But it's Welsh.
Oh.
So if there's any Welsh speakers in chat who might know what that is, please tell us.
I just read it. Whatever. I'm not going to say anything anymore. Ooh.
Big reaction for Cyprus, apparently, in the press centre. Shout out to the team on the ground. You've got Roy and Connor in the press centre, and Mel and Sean in the arena right now.
Yeah. So I want to see the whole package, from there, because, people say it's maybe a little empty. This comes all onto the camera work. Super dark. So when you saw, is it close up from you? You cannot even see her face the first few seconds. She's sitting on the floor. You see like green lights on the backdrop and everywhere. It's very, very dark with some green lights. And when the first chorus comes in, you see some blue lights coming nearby, and she gets onto her knees. And she does like this. Power. No, this camera. Power. And then she's back on the floor. That's a bird's view shot.
You can see it's like tree roots spreading out on the floor of the LED is what we can see. Just sort of does a half flip up, and now it's a disco time. Lots of purple and pink lights everywhere.
I think that's the part that also shown on TV, that you see still green on the back, but then she's all in purple, and
she is. This is what they call bisexual lighting.
Yeah, but those colors existed before they were used for bisexual lighting.
Well, now they're bisexual. We're committed to forwarding the gay agenda here.
So then now she's climbing onto the little spinny thing.
She has a spinny thing? I couldn't see that.
Yeah, she just stepped on it. You see?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm a bit behind, yeah.
Like, it's all about her, of course. Now it starts spinning a little bit. Oh, then she fell down, but she jumped down, like going down like with a nice jump. She's doing aerobics. That's wow. But some of the camera is a little bit dizzy. Makes me dizzy. The way it spins, and it's a little bit out of.
Yeah, this is a bit. The camera work is a little too. Whoa.
Yeah, they're pretty blue orchids, I think, in the back. What is orchids? I think.
I say, unfortunately, this isn't quite.
It's not quite getting me where I need to be with that song, like, excitement wise. She gives it her all, and she sounds fantastic. So we need to point out, like, she gives it all the energy. Or she has like a little rocky. Love it.
Oh wow! Yeah, the big note. She's got the big note.
Oh wait, okay. So when she stops singing, takes off her jacket and starts running really fast. I don't know what she went. Oh, she went back to the LED screen. She do some kicks, and then my screen freezes because she broke it.
So she has a lot of energy, but I don't know. I think
it's also very dark. It's very, very dark, and she's always like in bisexual lighting for the most part. So you cannot even see her face as much as I would have liked. So yeah, she gives 100% vocally and energy-wise. I think everything else around her is not quite where I wanted it to be for this, in my book.
All right, Greece next. Now, this is one I've rated quite highly, but most people seem to disagree with me.
The song?
Yes. We're at the Tarakaniv font in Ukraine.
And in the Dunluce Castle.
Dunluce.
I was close enough.
Dunluce Castle. And we're at the Parthenon in Greece, because of course we are.
And the what?
Oh, no, it's the Temple of Poseidon. I thought it was the Parthenon.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I wasn't paying close enough.
Let's see it, because that's also another make or break, because there was some concerns when you saw the 30-second clip from Greece. So we'll see if this is all coming together better this way.
I think Victor has a lot more to give. He was on in the Village yesterday, actually, and we heard him, and he was fantastic vocally. Really, really good. So I think Victor fans, there are reasons to be optimistic. Let's see how the performance goes.
Here we go. So let's see how it starts. It's weird me being ahead for like a second. So he starts out sitting on the floor in his safari outfit. And he's kind of just living like this. Oh, and then they have a bird view shot again, and he's on the floor and like flickering around, like, yeah. Lots of Greek letters on the floor. It's not a bad shot, actually. I do like that shot.
Oh, he just messed up a note, and he sort of audibly sounded frustrated. He sort of audibly let out frustration just there because the note didn't work.
And yeah, and then you see in the back his face, and there's an orange moon circling his face, basically. It goes slowly, it rises up. He seemed almost nervous because with the way the jacket was like almost not like. Now he has his bouncy, trademark jump, but it's very heavy. Victor on screen like the entire time. In the backdrop, you see him singing along with him, and he keeps bouncing, and he has backup support. Now he's starting. He was on the satellite stage, and now he's walking towards the main stage. Oh, that was another bad sour note there. And you see a bunch of Victors flashing on the backdrop as well, like 5, 6, 5. Very golden, the stage, wide. Oh, it's very busy. Do you know what I mean? There's so much going on there. Like all the letters, him running around and flashing.
Yeah, flashing lights.
Ooh, this gives me like seizures. This is a lot. He gets lost in that sometimes as well.
I think the staging's letting this song down.
It's very distracting. Very, very distracting. I find his bouncing, though, very endearing. Now he's running back, I think. I just don't know what the message is of the staging. It's like, look, we have all these Greek letters. He's on screen all the time. There's the moon again, and then smoke.
I feel like how the staging is now with the smoke and so on is a little closer to how the song feels, but I feel like there's a really jarring sort of mismatch between the song and the staging.
Listen to the song; it's more calm, but the staging and it's like flash. I'm like, why is it like it's like someone pushed the wrong button with all the lights?
Yeah, it's just there's too much.
No, I'm sorry. I feel so bad. I feel so bad, but oh, that did not work for me at all. And yeah, I like the song too, actually. I think it's overlooked.
Favorites. It's one of my favorite songs of this year. Like to listen to, like in the studio. So I'm just
So we're in Trinity College, UK, because it's Poland's turn now, and they're going to be in
Blanka is at the University of Warsaw.
Faculty of Physics, yeah. All right, so I'm curious about that one because I think I still have Poland as a prediction qualifiers. I want to see if this whole package will change my mind or just cement it even more. We've seen some of the clips, they're using the effects again that Poland loves to use, and the Eurovision fans don't seem to like them. I enjoy them. I don't care.
I don't know if I'm ready for the scale. I don't know if I'm ready for what I'm about to witness.
Yeah. Let's see.
Are you ready to shout baby?
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong camera. I keep doing that.
Here we go.
Oh, they're doing right at the start. No, it says start and action. That's like they have bad. They're like static effects.
Guys,
they're static effects. Like it's a bad camera angle. They're handing her the microphone.
Oh my god, guys, they've Ochmanified it.
There's like a fish eye effect there. Do you see that? Like they use in hotels to make the room look bigger.
Yeah. Oh, that's so weird. Fishbowl effect.
Oh, and there comes the smoke effect on screen. It's like pink. Now this stage is green, yellow. There's lots of wind machine. Solo. They're doing that. I'm loving this. I'm not gonna lie.
Twitter is gonna lose its mind tomorrow night.
I'm here for it
when it sees this.
It says SO all.
Solo.
Oh, they put this on. There's more smoke effects on screen. Oh, it's her also on the LED screen now dancing. They're not even showing her. They're just showing the. Is that?
They're just showing her as the LED.
They're just showing her on LED screen singing, and then she's.
Oh, now she's
into
back.
Birds. Now she's back. Like they just had her, and then she explodes, and then it's her, the real her. Oh, more smoke effects again. So look.
Oh god.
Pyros. Here comes the beach and the palm trees.
Oh, and there's the pyros for some reason. That one's pretty high on my list of most inappropriate pyro use of the year.
I know, like they seem a little dramatic for this very chill song, but
yeah.
There's the kitchen sink. Let's go.
Oh, dance break.
Fire LEDs effects.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You saw that one. Oh my god. Oh, there's like shadow effect.
I can't see what's here. Where is she? Shadow?
They have the dancers with her dancing. It's super orangey.
Oh my god.
That's such an active song for such a dance for such a. Oh, they're all doing like no move.
Oh, and another explosion.
That's a weird time for explosion. They're all walking in line now. And more pink smoke. Down. Now I'm gonna show you. And now the backdrop is like palm trees, pink and orange.
And there's more pyro.
It's spinning more pyros. Down. And I'm gonna show you.
Honestly, this
and is... solo big on the screen. See you in Warsaw next year, my friends. That was fun. I'm kidding, of course.
But so many things just happened.
I am here for it.
I don't even know where.
I am here for it. Love that. People will love or hate it.
That is certainly true. It was a lot. It was a lot. Be ready, guys.
The
live blog very diplomatically says a lot to take in here.
I know. Absorb a lot. Absorb. She explodes. She does explode at some point on Ellie, but then she turns into parrots or mochas. I don't know what birds they were. And then you see the real Blanka.
So Joker out are playing pinball on a rooftop in Ljubljana. They're now high-fiving excitedly. And there they are, all staring at us. God, Bojan is beautiful. Anyway, we move on to the next song. It is time for Slovenia. Joker out, Carpe Diem.
Okay, we get a close-up of him singing. Well, the backdrop is... The lights, actually, the backdrop is just purple lights. Carpe Diem on the backdrop.
Oh, this is good. I like this already.
This is very difficult to explain because it's just think of almost like I think the camera work was similar to what we saw in the national final, like deliberately shaky kind of thing.
Yeah.
But intimate. Lots of close-ups.
When you hear the high satellite, by the way.
What?
They're on the satellite stage. Or on the B stage.
Oh. I didn't even notice that.
No, this has been nicely done. And I like the flashing carpe diem on the background. It really works for me. Pew, pew, pew.
They highlight all of the artists there, like band members. It's not just him. They zoom over them a little bit, and bird view kind of thing. It's very difficult to explain because just think of the music video, not the music video, but the
performance, the reveal performance.
Yes,
yeah.
Just again adjusted to the Eurovision stage.
This is really good though.
I keep looking at your screen because it's like towards the camera. That's why.
Oh, they just screamed at each other, and it came through on the mic.
Yeah, that's what they did. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they screamed. They two of them shouted at each other, and it came through on the mics. Oh. It was a shout of enjoyment. It should be clear. They weren't shouting at each other.
They're like. Okay, now they're doing like a little like.
This is really fun. I'm enjoying this a lot.
No, this is good. This is good energy. Like people just enjoy it. You may have to ask questions exactly because it's very difficult to explain. Just because it's just like a fun performance and walking around doing like cool moves.
Women of the chat. Well, actually, to be fair, women and gays of the chat. Bojan licks the camera in this performance. He licks the camera.
Oh, I missed that.
So be ready for that.
They sound good to me. He's like, he sounds good.
They sound fucking great, actually. Sorry.
There goes our monetization.
That's only my second. It's only my second one of the season.
Two, yeah. And you got 2 strikes. It looks really good, y'all. It has a little bit Moulin Rouge look in some parts to it, with the lighting. I find that very endearing. Very endearing performance.
Yeah. Easy qualifier. Easy. Well done. I really enjoyed that. And it's come after a run of quite odd performances as well, which I think plays to their strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's next?
I just realized, since we changed the camera, there's all my crap on the bed. I just always put it aside because we usually have that bed behind me.
I can't. The crap is only in the background.
Hey, it's been...
Matt has helped.
You see my Dunkin'
Donuts?
I still have a donut in there. I'm going to eat that in a second. Mine froze for a second, but
all right. Iru and Georgia. We're in the old town in Tbilisi.
She's flexing her muscles.
And she's running up a hill. She's running up that hill.
That hill?
Yes. She's running up that hill.
Oh. Georgia.
All right. It's
Iru.
time.
Echo.
The thing will be known. The thing is known. I'm so excited.
This thing known.
Thing is.
Oh, and Mealy zooming in like to her, like with the 2 screens on the side, looks really good. You'll see in a second on yours.
Here we go.
In the beginning, they have like dark green smoke on them, fog, and she's like wrapped in the white dress, almost called it a sheet, and then she opens it after the first part. She looks amazing, first of all.
Oh, I love the in the sort of the pop, pop, pop in the chorus. It flashes from camera shot to camera shot, and the effect is excellent.
And the lights flashes during the verses, like pulsating almost. It has. How am I going to explain it? It's just beautiful with those 2 big screens in there, and they have like again the fog smoke effect on them. There's also some smoke, I think, on the floor as well. Lots of wind machine action.
It's like these 2 big pillars of smoke, and it's such a powerful effect. Even though she's stationary, it just everything feels focused around her. Everything, it really closes up the stage as well.
By the way, we'll do this all again tonight, me and Sean. I mean, the whole thing. So if you missed parts, just be back later. That show will start at 9 p.m. Central European time. The ding, 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 ding part is really cool with the hands on screen. They really look like they're going through the screen.
Oh, wow.
This is such a cool effect. It's dark, just flashy, but so powerful.
It looks unbelievable. Like, it looks so good. And obviously she sounds good as well.
Yeah, like, you know all of that. People saying, is it too static? I don't think it's static at all. She is staying, yeah, in the same spot, but the camera work and the lights make it like there's plenty going on.
Oh, this has such massive potential. Watching this, like, so far, this is the winner of the semi-final for me.
Really?
And I've not even seen the big bit yet.
Even better than solo?
Even better than solo. Okay, here's the bridge.
So this comes all orangey and bright. Oh,
so we're going to burst from the blue.
We turn to golden and like...
Oh, that is wonderful. The whole stage is bathed in bright red and orange lights. And it's like the two LEDs are like pouring red and gold. Ah! Sorry,
That's okay.
I got overexcited.
No, be excited. No, but this seriously... Oh, she's not done yet. I was clapping. Oh, you know, the last part, I interrupted her. Beautiful. I mean, I agree with you.
Wow. Oh, my word.
Your word. That was good. And we're getting a break after Euro. So, and then we get a view of this green room where Slovenia is supposed to be. But then they'll go back to stage to Julia and Hannah. I
have to say, as of right now, Georgia is winning the semi.
For you?
For me, yeah. And it's not close. That was, for me, easily the best so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. Then we have a little clip here now on like an old-fashioned TV. Some guy talking of the recent history. Are we supposed to know him? I'm sure he's famous. He looks like he's supposed to be famous.
I don't recognize him.
He's doing an introduction. It's the Phoenix Rising. Oh, they're going to talk about Conchita now. And then comes Shimmy. Oh, yeah, you see a lot of clips in the back of like as the guy's talking. He looks familiar. I've seen him before.
My phone is getting. I'm doing this because my phone is currently my.
Oh, that's even have the Berlin Wall there.
It's getting boiling hot. So I'm just taking the cover off. There we go. It's going through a lot today.
I'm sure he's an actor or something. Oh, he's like, we're the bittersweet caretakers of our displaced hosts or something like that. So.
I recognize him. I can't think of his name.
I cannot put my finger on it though. And everyone probably who would see like, oh, they all know it, and we're like, oh, I'm not good with like famous people, you know. I barely know a president. So this is a script where a thing where you're supposed to pay attention to what he says, like the whole story. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of narrators talking over him, or they have subtitles, but it's going to be that kind of thing. Because you didn't hear much music, you just see clips of Eurovision history in the back, and
now we're back to Julia and Hannah.
Yeah. All right. So what's next? Are we getting a
another coming up?
Another video of the School of Eurovision. So there's a bunch of kids. All these kids are super excited about Eurovision, and that's it. And now we are moving back to Alicia in the green room. So we're probably going to have a little conversation with some of the fake artists. I mean, they're pretending to be artists.
Oh, and they're all giving
San Marino. Never mind. We're going straight to San Marino. And forgive us, everyone in the chat. I know you ask a lot of questions, but it's moving fast, especially once we get the recap in between we'll talk. And we'll have more time also in the evening, maybe. I mean, me and Sean, and we'll go from there. But it's just so much going on.
After the last song, can we switch back to your camera? Because my phone is hot right now and also not charging, and I need battery for when I'm in the arena later.
You don't have to bring a charger again?
I have my charger, but it's not charging because it's plugged in now. It's plugged in the whole time.
Okay.
But it's not charging because because the hotspotting like this is so taxing on it.
Oh, really?
So if we could switch back to your camera after the last song.
Yeah.
Just so it can.
Hopefully it's not going to be too spotty in. We'll do our best.
All right, so Peak Jacks they played some volleyball. And we
dangerous. Okay, so here comes the Peak Jacks. It started with a close-up of the guitar player, and then you see already the big rocker picture show, lips in the back. Close up on him. Very red, the staging. And there's like a red circle in the backdrop. It's very, I mean, like you would expect from like a rock song. I think it's just so red. I'm not sure if I like all the camo shots there, but
I think they perform it well. It's a strong song for me. It's actually grown on me a lot since they were first selected as well.
Now we have the part that I think the 30s, you see a lot of eyes and mouths on the backdrop. It's just very red, the red lines. Just red, it's the color of the year. It says like an animal on the backdrop. You get a little bit of yellow. They use a lot of the effects on the floor as well. He's actually at this point sitting down, and guess what? He's lying down. You get the bird's view shot above him as well.
The Eurovision sleep contest continues.
So all that needs is a dance break, and we're good to go.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now the thing is, I don't know if you've ever laid down on a hard floor like that, like an LED floor or similar.
Oh, it looks like they have like a spinny square thing, rectangle, not square. And look how much he's spinning around him. That's a cool effect. Oh, that's a backdrop gets really busy as well. Now they're like spinning crosses and the kissy mouth that's flying around there. There's a lot happening on screen, and I think they get it drowns the attention as well. I mean, it looks good. It's just a lot.
Yeah. And now, right at the end, the singer is out onto the B stage.
Yeah. He sounds fantastic. We should point out that he is spot on. Like even like the rocky, clear.
A big explosion of color as well. On the backdrop, you've got red and blue, like it's like paint exploding on a wall. Is what I'd say the effect. And the LEDs are turning, and now we have the lights in the back instead.
Yeah, finally some white stuff in there. I wish they used more colors in the beginning, not just at the end. I mean, it's very, very busy, the backdrop. They don't have any props. It's really, except for the band stuff, the drums, whatever. Now we're moving on to Austria. We are going to be in Ukraine, the Lviv town hall. Moving to the UK, to the Sheffield Town Hall.
Sheffield. I went to uni in Sheffield.
You gonna cry now?
No, not about this one. I love Sheffield very much.
And then we're going to Austria to the Vienna City Hall.
Pretty sure I had my end of my final year dance ball thing.
Somebody's asking. Ruben is asking. React. Will you talk about the scandal that the Dutch people are talking about? Ask us after. We have to do the run through the songs, and then we'll go more into the questions.
And also, Ruben, they're not clowns, and you should never call them that again. They're not clowns. They're talented artists who were given a crappy deal by the broadcaster. We can talk about that process, and that's fine. but we are not calling them clowns. Like, that's not fair at all. These are people. They're not performing monkeys. They're human beings, and you should treat them as such. Now, moving on, we have Austria. They're now on stage. Postcard is just finished.
Yeah. So they start standing on stage, and there's the bit. Oh, the typewriter prints out a picture of Edgar Allan Poe, and that photograph flies over the screen. And now my screen froze. It's like red in the backdrop while they're doing the dance. You explain for now. Explain. Mine's not working.
Oh, is it not? Oh, do you want to have them?
No, explain.
Okay, right, yeah, gotcha. So we have 4 dancers in person and then 4 more on the LED back. And it's sort of the effect is it looks like there's a lot more people on stage. Right now I have a sort of high operatic note. Sounds absolutely fine. No problems to report there. They're still sort of bathed in red. Sort of red lights, red everything basically at the moment, except for they're dressed in black and white, Tara and Selena themselves. Maybe this is not having the crowd is losing it. It's not as powerful as I'd hope it would be. Just, yeah, I want their vocal to be a bit more punchy. Oh, actually, listening to them, I think they might be saving the voices.
Probably. But that's not just have them there. Oh.
What just happened?
It doesn't sound that great.
The Omeo Padre.
It's like they're so soft. They must be saving the voice there.
Yeah, they must.
It's like Netherlands soft.
Like, all right, 0.003 is the bit of the song we're up to now.
Super dark this stage. The part comes up. Oh, now it sounds better. Okay, now they're actually singing it. But then she sings on her own. Oh, that was off a little.
Sorry, I feel like I've been stunned into silence.
It's going to get better. Maybe it's just me, but it's just lots of red. Go ahead, what?
I was just going to say, I was going to talk about the red and the dancers, all the dancers projected onto the back. But also that I think because it's inevitably going to be, there'll be some blog posts written somewhere or something about how their vocal wasn't very good in this.
Yeah, get ready for that. That was not good.
They are clearly saving the voices in this rehearsal, which is fine. They're just clearly holding back a little. We've got Albania next.
Give me 1 second, guys. I got to mute this real quick. This one. No.
We are back. Okay, so we're in the Grand Park in Tirana.
So next up is Albania.
With the Kalmendi family. They're all smiling. They're all joking around. Are they having dinner? Looks like they're having a barbecue. How nice. I'm hungry now. There's really good kebab at the Euro Club, actually. You can get souvlaki at a stall in the smoking area, which is, I think, a superb innovation. And
here we go.
Spent a lot of time.
Albania. They start just Albina on stage while she's doing her. Wait, did they change the outfit?
Yes, looks it to me.
They listened to our live stream.
They listened to us. Is it still black though?
Yeah, but let's see. It's hard to say because she's all in red. I mean, she's not red, but the lighting is super dark and red. The beginning is my favorite part of the song, anyways. That's really, really pretty. Like just some goldeny part, like the top part that they're all having no little parts. Like even I assume it's her brother in the back. Oh, I do like though. I will say how they're all standing in the backdrop. It's like red trees or fire things growing there behind them. So glad they changed the outfits.
Yeah, she needed something a bit more dramatic to really make her pop out a little more.
They're all wearing something a little bit. Oh, some of them are. No, actually, they're not. It was just the lighting. So that's the mom and the dad, I would assume. They're walking towards us, singing that part of the song, pointing at the camera. Oh, this is actually looking really nice.
They got this sort of golden, almost like it's almost like a giant. It's almost like a 5-pronged menorah almost, which runs up along the floor and then up onto the back wall.
It feels very Albanian staging, and I don't mean that's an insult. Like you could tell, this is like the kind of the colors and the feel, the sound, all of it.
They're now doing they're now waving their cloths over their heads, but I still don't think this really works because they get lost amongst all the other reds.
I'm so glad that Liz knows with the outfit. I mean, probably other set as well, but it sounds really good. First of all, oh, one of the feathers on the floor.
All right, there's now lots of light on the back. There's sort of I'm waiting for it to pan out so I can see it's expect. There's a sort of like it's almost like a massive pair of wings out of bolts of light in different directions. A little bit of pyro, not much, just a little whoomph.
It looks actually really nice. Like, I love the colors of red and golden, which is common this year, but there's pyros there now. She goes on her knees singing while they're all approaching her. I still would say I wish they would have brought out more the family vibe of it, the intimacy that the family has. That doesn't come across, but visually it looks really good. And then the end, they do like,
So, unfortunately, it's still not grabbing me. I don't feel arrested by it in the way I did when I saw Georgia, for example.
Well, but you like Georgia from the get-go already. Maybe that's a little different story. Here, I think the staging elevates the song. I think it's a good staging overall. I still look in the wrong camera. I really just wish they brought out the family feel better. There's some of it, you can get a little bit, but not as cut and dry to me. So that's the thing I miss. But it's very Albanian staging, but I think it looks beautiful.
So Monica is having a little jog, and now she's got boxing gloves on, and she's kneeing a dude in the private parts.
How rude.
I mean, why not? Why not knee a dude in the private parts as part of your postcard? Seems fine to me.
Yeah. So it starts. I'll give the close up again. Red backdrop. Oh, it's like almost like a circle with lights coming out of it.
Oh, the lighting is so gorgeous.
It's different from a lot of others staging because it has like orange and purple here, but you guys will see it tomorrow. It's beautiful.
She's changed the dress again. We should know.
Oh yeah, good point.
This one is sort of.
This is the third one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Goes up to you. When she hits that big note, it turns purple, the stage, with purple lines. Oh, you can just tell these are live vocals. It's just so much more warmth to it. See?
So rich.
Yeah. This is so pretty. It's just her on stage right now, but I think they'll join just a little bit. She's walking towards the center stage, the
B
stage,
the satellite.
Yeah, and now that's what the halfway through the first chorus when they join Monica on stage. They're standing behind her. Stage B, satellite stage, has a orange pulsating circle on there as well, while the rest of the stage is all purple and orange, kind of what you saw in the video. She interacts a little bit again, kind of in the national final with the singers.
There is a bit of an element of the kind of chosen family vibe about this as well, in the same way there is with Gustav's.
Yeah.
Because there's very much, in both cases, you get the sort of the image of an artist sort of surrounded by people who are supporting them.
Yeah.
And
Why could Albania do that
lifting them
more,
up.
you know?
Yeah, it's really interesting that Albania didn't give that same as strong a feeling in that way.
It sounds so good.
You know, all the moms are going to be tutoing when they see this.
Why moms?
The moms are going to love this song.
Why?
I can't explain it. It's just the kind of song that moms love.
Really?
Yes.
And she sounds, of course, fantastic. So yeah, kind of what you saw in the 30-second clip. The feel is kind of the same. There's not that much explained. Really good camera shots, really good colors, really good vocals. I think it just looks, I wouldn't say flawless, not like, you know, you can always, but like it's done so well. And I think they delivered what they're trying to accomplish here.
Top 3 in the semi.
That's wow, really? That's how strong you feel about it?
That is top 3 in the semi.
It's so good.
It's the best vocal we've heard. It's got one of the most catchy little hooks. The performance is really arresting. It's staged beautifully.
Yeah, she's so confident, but without being like, oh.
Yeah, she's comfortable. It's like
she knows she's just an artist, and she's not intimidated by. She's done it before, and she's a little bit more experienced. Moving on to the last song of the night for the semifinals, but we still have the 3 finalists: Ukraine, Spain, and UK rehearsing as well. So stay tuned for that. But now we're seeing Australia. I missed where they are. They're in Australia at the Matagarup Bridge.
Matagarup, I think.
Oh yeah, that's English now. I try to think that's some foreign language. And then we'll hopefully, once the recap kicks in, we can start asking a few questions, answering a few questions. So this one I'm super excited about.
I'm really excited to see what Voyager are bringing. Like everything I've seen so far has just been so exciting, and I still think these guys could win the semi. So I'm waiting to see what these guys have to top Georgia and Lithuania as my highlights so far.
So I'm sure they're going to start. So we see some blurry effect in the beginning. Oh, so he's sitting in his car.
It's like he's in a car with the police. Like,
yeah, I thought so. It's very dark. So just kind of panning around him, sitting in the car with the steering wheel on the wrong side again. He didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Oh, the keytar on the passenger seat is a nice touch.
The what?
The keytar on the passenger seat. Is
a nice touch. Yeah, they put that. Yeah, that's true. In the pre-chorus, he's still in the car, but I think he's slowly standing up now. Yeah, peeking through the roof. It's gonna be all right. Whoa! And then it turns all red and busy on screen, like the lights, white lines, wind machine.
I think the point is it's to portray fast movement down a road, like the car is actually moving down a road. They sound amazing, by the way. Like vocal perfect.
Plenty of wind machine again, because he can, he has long hair, so you see it floating through the air.
I am bopping along.
Oh, you can like the lines on the road there. Very red staging again, of course. Some purpley in there, just the colors of the year.
So they sound amazing. They look amazing. Again,
wait,
it's like
I want to see that moment. Yeah, that's when it all turns blurry, the screen, lots of white and bluish, and it just goes busy on stage. No fireworks.
Oh, the camera angles have improved so much as well, I think. Since the shot that you guys saw, the rehearsal footage, this section feels so much more powerful now.
Okay, now just lots of interesting darker colors right now. Hard to explain. I don't have time.
Okay, solo time.
Solo guitar. He's putting his foot on the car, playing the guitar. Both of them, actually, right? Yeah, both of them. playing his keyboard thing.
Guitar.
Come on. I love the ending of the song. They have no. I thought they had pyros. Didn't they have pyros before? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
Oh, at the very end, boom! There's the last one. For some reason, I thought they had more, but I could misremember that because
immaculate vibes. I'm surprised they didn't have a bit more pyro. It might be that our brains thought there should be more pyro, so we sort of went.
I don't know.
Those vibes were absolutely immaculate.
All right, so
switch back to your.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, take me 1 minute. Mine is completely frozen though. Let me refresh this.
Okay.
Hang on, y'all.
So we just got some.
What I'll do then, keep yours on there for 1 more minute because I'm going to switch to my other internet here.
Okay.
Because then I will not be able to listen to this, so you have to listen to the rest for now.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm going to switch to my hotel internet. Oh.
So we are now just in a bit of preamble. They're doing kind of, soon you will be able to vote. Oh. Hello.
Hang on. Oh.
Oh, it's update. Are we there?
Not yet. There? Give me 2 more seconds. Oh, you mean for the chat? Sorry. Yeah, we should be fine.
Excellent. Yep. Okay, I'm going to.
Okay, so we switched cameras again. When I use my hotel internet, I cannot use the live stream, unfortunately, which is weird. But you know, we're dealing with limited internet options. That's going on next year. I have to make sure I'm going to call the hotel, find out how well the Wi-Fi is at my hotel.
Indeed.
But it's Finland.
Oh well, Finland has good internet.
I'm kidding. Sweden.
Well, Sweden also has good internet.
Yeah.
So
who else?
Winning. Yes, the United States winning.
Who else? Well, I don't know yet. That's between those two.
Could the French please let us know if you guys have good internet or not? Because we don't know. I'm sure there are some of you in the chat at the moment.
Let me refresh this mic real quick.
Slip of the tongue, was it, Matt?
No.
I'm just trying to plug my.
Okay, so let's answer some questions here in the chat that you had. There was so much going on, so forgive us for at ESC United. How was Kazakhstan rehearsal? It was flawless.
Kazakhstan rehearsal is flawless. We're going to Astana next year.
I always butcher up the name of the city, so we can't go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It just is tongue twister to me.
My stream has died. Oh, well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Mine randomly is still running.
Oh, lovely. I'm sure mine will come back.
You have to refresh your page.
All in good time.
So we're just watching the recap right now. A recap, please. Somebody's asking.
Oh, and they're doing the conga.
Huh?
They're doing the conga.
Oh, they're doing the conga?
Yes.
Okay. Recap. Good show. Some surprised. Some like not what I thought was going to happen. We will do Sean, Roy, and I will do a separate video in just a little bit once the show is over. So we'll have more time to go into details about that. But I think you were mostly impressed with, from what I'm hearing, Georgia and Lithuania were two standouts for you right now.
Georgia and Lithuania, I think, and then behind them, I'd say Australia. I thought there were some other strong performances too. Estonia, I thought, came across, really won the kind of ballad stakes in this semi-final for me. I thought that was really impressive. I'm just watching through the recap now. I can see Gustav is currently singing away.
Yeah.
I thought the high notes, Cyprus's high notes were really good, but I think a little shakier in other ways. So, but that's my sort of summary. How about you?
Let me turn that down a little. Hang on. I can't turn it down right now, so you have a little echo here in the back. In terms of surprise, I would agree. Georgia looked good. Lithuania, just the feel was so nice. I have to think of the other songs right now. I can't even think right now. Who else was really good? Australia looked good.
Quick, the recap song. Pick something up.
I like Cyprus. What?
I was like, the recap song. Quick, pick something out. Poland.
Oh, Poland was fun. I mean, it's going to be, again, people saying too much, too crazy. You know, there will be lots of haters. I just enjoyed it for the fearless approach. Like, you know, we brought the kitchen sink, may as well throw it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a kind of, I do respect the kind of, oh gosh, sorry, that was a big yawn. I do respect the kind of, we don't care, we're just going to do it kind of energy that they've got going.
So describe the outfit change for Albania. So now we're back to this one. I finally learned to look at this one.
I'm just doing this to mess with
I know, I can tell, and I just dropped my lid as well. It's basically just Albina is wearing some golden accessories. Like she has like a little headband, right? That looks very oriental. Is that fair to say?
I guess so. It's got the kind of, if you guys think back to Inga and Anush, Armenia.
Good one. Yes.
It's similar to, the headband is very similar to that.
Yes. And then she has some golden, like throw over or whatever it is that she's wearing. That just makes her really stand out a little. And that's one of the things we asked for. I'm not saying they listened to us, but I have a feeling there were more suggestions in the download, or like maybe you should be the one that is recognizable.
Yeah, it's almost soldier-like. Like sparkly and soldier-like.
Yeah, I can see that. How was Denmark? I missed that one. So we both felt the staging looked good, first of all, right? We both agree. I think very colorful. He looked great, you know, it worked well. The lighting, the way he walked through the doors. They turned down, they had to, because by the rules, the vocoder, right?
Yeah.
Sound. And therefore his vocal, just like similar to what you had with Greece last year, was the prominent one. Amanda just has a more steady voice than he does, so he was a little soft and shaky.
Yeah, I think there's less to worry when it comes to his vocals. I think we can worry less than we did before, but I think, you know, we're not totally out of the woods. Is how I would say it is at the moment. He's improved a lot, and he's clearly worked really hard at it. The staging is excellent. I'm a particular fan, as I said before, of that one unbroken camera shot for almost a third of the song. And I think that's really impactful, and it's a very it builds a connection. And obviously Riley has a lot of fans, so I think yes, a good shot at qualifying. Gosh, why am I yawning so much?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Are you bored? Do you need to go?
Yeah, you are incredibly boring.
You said you got plenty of sleep.
Well, you know, there we go. I guess
it's Eurovision is exhausting.
Eurovision is.
Did you eat? Oh, you did eat something.
Yes,
earlier.
I had Greg's sausage rolls, which were delicious. It's an important staple of British culture. For those of you who either live in.
Oh, you know what else? I'm gonna know that. What now? What's British culture?
Oh, what's he found?
Duncan. It's not true. It's American. But yeah.
Are there still donuts in there?
One. It's just a glazed one. I couldn't finish it. You want some?
No, it's okay. You can have it.
You want some, don't you? I don't want a whole one. So,
well, I mean, if you insist. Oh, I couldn't possibly.
Yeah. Oh, I gave you even more. I'm not going to do that. I don't like you that much. Yeah, this is for you. Oh, I didn't touch it.
Thank you so much, Matt. You truly have the heart of an angel.
But the soul of Satan.
Well, you said it, not me.
So, anyways, who can you see winning the semi? Sorry, Melissa, for not answering your question soon. It's been on the screen for 5 minutes. Who can you see winning the semi? Are you still currently right now saying it's Australia's to lose, or you think there is some tough competition out there?
I think I'm split between Georgia, Lithuania, and Australia. I think any of them could win the semi. But I think they are that strong.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I hate to do this. I'm worried about Austria after this thing. They need to come. They need to really say, I hope they held back, because this was very underwhelming. This is like almost like Halo underwhelming to me.
Well, the thing is, I think it's telling that when you were asking me about my favourites who won the semi, it didn't even come to mind.
Yeah.
It didn't even come to mind. And that is cause for concern.
Yeah. But as I said, this is the first dress rehearsal. This is what held back. Tonight, they will have to give a lot more. Because it's going to be the live show with the people, and it's going to be probably the backup juries voting usually during this time. So they will have to give their all. So it was just and certain parts so soft. Oh, nothing else. Like, okay,
Quiet.
yeah, very quiet.
So,
And then the energy wasn't quite there yet either, but that is fine. First dress rehearsal.
I'll let you know how it is later. You never know. They could be saving something.
Yeah, so don't say like, well, they said it was horrible, and then tomorrow night they're going to be blowing us away. But that's why we're having a caveat.
And people are saying in chat, Halo, referencing the song from last year and how that.
Yeah, and I'm just getting this. It's not quite as bad, to be fair. I don't want to make like it just felt like it fell apart a little bit for me here, but. Yeah. I also want to full transparency. I never wasn't on the hype train as much, so I was never as attached to it. So maybe that, let's just say, it didn't win me over with this. I like some of the really cool effects, like the beginning was cool with the typewriter and the thing came out, but after that it gets too crowded for me with the dancing thingy thing. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm not convinced yet. I have to watch again tonight.
It's a difficult thing to say. I think. Because they were holding back. I think it was pretty clear they were holding back. I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Mm-hmm.
And also we've seen them deliver vocally strong performances of the song at the pre-parties.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's likely to improve later. But if they did sing like that, it wouldn't be amazing.
Yeah, then I would start worrying. Yeah. And as always, any questions at ESC United? As a reminder, even though the 18 performances, they're done. 18. 16. We still have 3 more. What's the interval act, by the way? Can you explain it?
I'm just having a look now. I did not catch the start of it as I was on there, but luckily.
So somebody walking around, they're like dancers in white doing like dancey dance stuff.
I'm going to get our live blog, which I cannot see for some reason. And Sean/Connor/Roy/Mel, I'm sure we've told us that.
Yeah. So the dancer, whoever that is, and forgive us, we kind of missed that because we were answering questions. But again, we'll be back tonight, and our blog will give you more specifics as well. Oh, she's walking through like a mini cornfield. Oh, that's Maria from 2014. She doesn't, right? She didn't bring her hamster wheel.
Yes. They're in fields of wheat.
Yeah. Oh, corn. Wheat, that's what I meant. Corn, wheat, whatever.
That looks like wheat to me.
Yeah, you're right. I said corn. I don't know why. And then there's a big musical note on the floor. Oh, that's pretty. I'm not listening. What is she singing?
She's just going, ah.
Yeah, I can see her mouth is open.
So, live from the arena, here's our update on this. We've got Maria Yaremchuk on stage performing what appears to be a medley of various folk songs in Ukrainian, highlighting the culture of the country. There's a wheat field at the back of stage, 8 interpretive dancers around her.
Oh, and now we're switching to the next. Who's that now?
I can't quite see.
It's like the yellow dance with yellow splashes on the LED floor, and yellow and black splashes. It seems very Rasmus. I forgot. I mean, they announced it before. Forgive me. I don't remember all the artists that they announced. I don't have it in front of me, but he's probably a famous Ukrainian singer. Would be my guess. Do you think semi-final 2 will be more competitive than semi-1? It seems semi-1 was quite predictable. I think so. Would you agree with that?
I think. I mean,
it would be more difficult to predict.
Yeah, I think. I mean, in semi-final 1, for example, but the bookies correctly predicted the 10 that will go through. I don't think they'll do the same again. I think there are songs that I'm counting out. I mean, the 6 of the 16, I think Albania and Romania are not going. Of the remaining 14, I can see a scenario in which all of them go through.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, any combination of them. I mean, we've got someone's descending from the roof on a giant star.
Ooh.
It is.
She looks like an angel just being up on that star. She's like 6 feet above the ground.
She looks quite young. Could be.
It's like 1 meter and 80 centimeters. Oh, and there's a huge choir on stage with like white outfits and a red heart on them. Yeah. What they're singing?
Is that song that goes.
Isn't that a Christmas song?
I guess so, but they were singing a Ukrainian version of it.
Okay. I always sing it at Christmas. You know, like dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum dum da da dum.
And there was Otoy, who was the so the rapper on stage is Otoy, the angel descending from the sky is Zlata Chumka, who many of us may know from Junior Eurovision last year.
Oh, that was her. Okay, I don't really watch Junior, but I do vaguely remember that one. Oh, this is so loud. Okay. Could you please adjust the mic? Matt is rather loud while Gabe is quiet. It's hard to adjust. Well, it's hard. I can move it a little over to him. I just have a loud voice.
Trust me, it's very grating. I have to sit in the same room as this guy. You guys can't tell through the screen because they haven't invited Smell-O-Vision yet. He stinks. He hasn't showered in days. Honestly, the sacrifices I make to be with you guys.
So I was probably still wet. I have evidence. I did. I just turned it on and turned it off just to pretend. Please spraying myself all the time.
You're doing what?
Spraying with deal. Not like. I meant with deodorant. Anyways, the interval act is done, and now we have again Hannah and Julia just talking. You need to kind of do because I took off my headset. I could back.
Sorry, currently there's lots of Ukraine issues. Julia was sort of doing a piece of camera in Ukrainian. Now we're having our recap.
All right, now I'm listening too.
Scared?
Oh yeah, now that we get the recap, I don't have to listen to that. Okay, so now you have a couple of minutes to ask a few more questions. As always, at ES United, do you think Belgium will qualify, or are they a possible NQ? So I have to do still my. Also, after this dress rehearsal, I asked all my team to send me their predictions ASAP. They waited all to the last minute, and I couldn't get the video up. Not you. You were quick. But the rest of them, I'm not going to say any names. Yeah.
You're very subtle, you know that.
But we'll determine that. We'll have a video for that shortly. Who do you think will benefit most from a live audience? Who do you think missed the live audience to really make it pop? Somebody's asking.
Belgium really misses it.
Australia misses it.
Australia, I think Slovenia would benefit from it. Austria, because that whole audience going poke, 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 poke will be a powerful effect.
Yeah.
Other than that, Greece maybe if the audience get into it and are clapping along.
Mm-hmm.
But those would be my main ones that I'd say really, really could do more.
Yes, that is fair. I would agree with that. And keep in mind, as I said, the Ukraine, UK, and Spain will rehearse today, this afternoon, in a few minutes, as well as in the evening, because in the evening is going to be the performance that will be recorded for tomorrow's show.
Mm. All right. Okay. I tried to look at Twitter and to see if there was anything out, anyone else had said anything, but it has died. There is no tweets.
No, you cannot use Twitter on hotel internet. It gets stuck all the time. But at least I know now I cannot start the live stream for my hotel. But if I connect to my phone and then switch back to the hotel, apparently it keeps working.
See, this is the kind of exploding brain level plays that we are operating over here at ESC United.
But we make it work. We are not quitters. Because, what do I always say? Quitters do not prosper.
Oh, I thought you always say, "What's up, you fools?"
Yeah, not randomly somewhere.
I'm not telling you don't walk into a shop. What's up, you fools? It's Matt from ESC United, and I would like a pint of milk, please.
I would say pint.
Oh, good point. I would like a gallon.
Who's drinking a gallon of
one
milk?
freedom unit of
a glass of milk
of
maybe.
Liberty milk.
I'm not going to drink a whole gallon of milk.
Well, if you're buying, because if you need milk for your tea or your coffee, you need milk to put in your cereal.
We have creamer for coffee.
No, you just get milk.
Which, by the way, I want to say something in the press center. What the hell is wrong with y'all? I went to get coffee. It's just hot water and coffee powder. So I don't know how much. Is that common?
Yes, it's just instant coffee. It's standard instant coffee.
But why wouldn't they just put it in there so you just get the coffee out? That's usually what you do. Why would you have to make your own coffee? Because I don't know how much to use. I put like 3 cups in there and I made my coffee and I was like, ew, this is strong.
You put three scoops of instant coffee in?
I don't know how much I use. I use like 3 scoops for chocolate milk.
That's chocolate milk, not coffee.
I don't know. They usually make it for you.
No, they don't. Oh, God.
Do you go to Starbucks? Hi, I want a cup of coffee, and they give you a flipping hot water and like a bag of coffee? No, they give you coffee.
Yeah, but you pay for that. The coffee in the press center is free.
It has never happened before in my life that I had to make my own coffee.
Oh, God. Did you drink that whole coffee?
I'm not going to answer that question without my lawyer.
Oh, my God.
There's nothing happening right now on stage.
Yeah, there's literally nothing happened, which is why we're shouting at each other at coffee.
It said, what? Say it one more time.
I said, this is why we're shouting at each other at coffee. We're not just like pretending the show isn't on.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my day in the press center. And then I watched the next person, and then they just looked like it was normal to them. It's just, I've had to do that before. Anyways, I think they're setting up something that causes a delay after
they're having some technical difficulties.
Oh, like on the screen. Yeah, like
the screens keep coming up with like sort of test shots.
And who has instant coffee at the press center? At least we get like real coffee in the past.
Look, well, don't you know?
Sorry, I get stuck on that.
We are so hardworking and diligent in the press center that we cannot spare a moment of our time to make our coffee before we throw it down ourselves.
They only give us a week in the press center. They save half the money, and we still get flipping instant coffee.
Insult to injury.
Why don't we
Matt?
I know. Next time I'll go for the tea.
Oh, I wouldn't pay.
And the milk was standing there. I don't know how long the milk has been out there. I'm scared to use that.
You're putting it in a hot drink. It doesn't matter if the milk has been slightly warmed. And so many people are using it, it's going to run out every 3 hours and they'll get a new one from the fridge.
May as well give me decaf. Okay, I'm done. So next question at ESC United.
I'm still in shock a little bit at
About what?
At this incident. You're insulting my culture and my country and my people. We have a long, proud history of
instant coffee.
Yes, we have a long, proud history of taking good things from countries we colonized and ruining them.
You know, I love British people. I love them a lot. Yes, one thing. But why do you always go to TripAdvisor when you go to American hotels and complain there's no bloody tea kettle in the room?
Well, because you need to make your tea, and if you don't want to go all the way downstairs to have to make your tea. Everywhere in the UK, you will have in any hotel which is worth its stripes, you'll have a kettle. I noticed there's not one.
I don't have a phone to call the front desk.
Yes, the phone has been. There is a hairdryer port, but it's been replaced with a ring light and a camera balanced on top of it. It's just. Oh,
go ahead. What?
Here's a few bucks for a Starbucks. You deserve a real coffee.
Great.
Thank you very much.
We're totally not even talking about the show anymore. Forgive us. We should go back, focus on the actual show. We have Hannah on stage with a very busy. Oh, they're setting UK up, right? No, that's not UK.
No, they're not. They're doing an interval act now. It just took them a while to work.
But it looks like it's almost a UK staging, right? With that big thing on platform. It's like they're using the same thing.
It's similar, isn't it?
Yeah. They have like I almost called them drag. One is a drag queen, right? And the other one's just a very woman dressed interestingly.
I'm so confused what's going on right now.
There's a lot of testing going on right now. She's talking to this producers. So she's asking for directions, if I can stand this way or that way. And even there, she's funny.
Oh, she's entering the Queen machine.
Is that what it's called, the Queen machine? Oh, yeah, it says it right there. I didn't see it. It's called the Queen machine, so they all turn into queens, but not like
there's a drum
majestic,
roll.
But like drag queen-ish.
It's a very long drum roll. Oh.
She walks in there.
And now we zoom out. What's going on? I'm so confused, guys.
Yeah, it's just this rehearsing is clearly still not.
It's not
quite there yet.
Popping. Yeah.
So anyway, there's this awkward delays here.
Whatever that was. Meanwhile,
we had a drum roll, and then we zoom out.
Oh, another drum roll. There's another drum roll.
I'm not hearing it. Are you that far ahead of me?
Oh
yeah, you're like 10 seconds ahead of me. Okay.
What is going on?
We can't hear anything. Can you? I see the lips are moving.
They're not talking into the microphones. They're just.
They're just standing. They're not supposed to. We're not supposed to hear them.
Oh, Hannah Waddingham. You want to know how you can know a lot about someone when they're not live on screen.
Mm-hmm.
The mic just picked up Hannah Waddingham. You guys are gonna love this. There's two drag queens on stage. One of them has absolutely stunning legs, and Hannah Waddingham was picked up on mic just now, going, "Your legs are absolutely stunning."
Actually, one is a drag queen, the other one is a woman, I think.
Well, they're both dressed in a sort of drag style.
And queen, when I zoom in, I think it's a woman. Thank you so much for the super chat. We'll click here. I can't read this. You know what? I have no idea what a coffee is over there, but I think this close. Thank you. Goes towards Matt's not instant coffee GoFundMe.
Let's not talk about GoFundMes, please. No mention of GoFundMes this year. I'll explain later. Moving swiftly on. Thank you very much, Ari.
GoFund coffee?
No. Let's just go. Just don't say. Please don't say GoFundMe again.
GoFundMe again. I know what they're talking about. It's still all just pauses here. They're still trying to figure things out. Do you think the Greek delegation have completely missed the mark staging-wise, similarly to the Roxanne situation? It's a different missing the mark, I think, than Roxanne. Because Roxanne, they should have done either or. Here, I feel like even the vocals were not good. Maybe if you would have done less running, maybe. I don't know. I have to think. I have to see it again tonight.
So I've worked out the two on top. They are the Queen machine turns them into drag queens, and so the two on top are meant to be like the drag queen machined versions of Julia and Alicia, and then Anna's going to rush in, and then there's going to be drum roll, and then I presume there will be a drag queen appear who is like the Hannah Waddingham drag queen.
It's a different, it's a one in gold yellow.
Oh. And now they're doing a song. The 3D drag queen.
Yeah. Maybe the all other queens. The other one looks like very feminine. So that's why I'm almost probably like Courtney Act looks like really like a woman, while certain drags go for more the.
I'm not familiar enough, so I can't.
No, neither am I. I mean,
I'm enjoying it though. I'm just going to sit here and clap along and be like, "Yay!"
Oh, okay. So it sounds very like drag queen club beats. There's a bunch of dancers in front of them while they're upstage up on the.
Ron DeSantis does not approve this broadcast.
What?
Said
one more time.
Said Ron DeSantis does not approve this broadcast.
No, this will be canceled if it was in Florida.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not banned yet in Florida. It's in Tennessee.
Ah, right.
At least I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, this clearly lip syncing on this one. It's not even doesn't sound like the voices. It sounds like something you would probably hear on RuPaul's Drag Race. Oh shit!
Oh, have you got your finger stuck?
Don't say that.
No, I think you should show the people what's happened.
Oh shit! I'm stuck.
Why don't you just lift your hand up, Matt, and show everyone on the stream what you've done?
Oh no, it's coming out. Okay, it just had to get a little wet.
Oh my god. Okay, that's tickled me. That has made me laugh.
It just had to get wet, man. It slid out. Wait. Okay, if you want to be who you want to be, come up, and then have these fake artists, audience, like what? We can all walk on stage and dance with you. Spoiler: they're actually not actual audience people.
Well, I think if I tried to hop the barrier like that later on, I would definitely get tackled by like 12 enormous bodyguards and probably leave the arena in several pieces.
Oh, who is here?
I'm not sure.
I will get the door.
No, thank you.
What did I ask for?
It was like she said service. I think it was like cleaning.
Oh, they said they don't do that here.
Well, surprise.
Well, I need stuff. Oh, well, no, right now, not the right time.
No, it's not services and room services and cleaning the room.
Yeah, clean room.
Yeah, well, you can't do it. Well,
no, I know we can't do it right now. They're singing "Free Your Mind" by Invoke, by the way, right now.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, but I needed more towels. Well, it's fine. I'll come go downstairs later.
Okay,
it's not a big deal.
Sorry about that.
I have to make my own bed in my hotel room. That just doesn't feel right. Anyways. So I think there was a super chat. Forgive me if I missed it. It's just, oh, thank you. Here's my yearly contribution. Thank you for the best easy coverage and have some good coffee. That'll stick, the whole coffee thing, huh? Thank you so much, Soccer. It's really, really, really appreciated. I don't know what that currency means, but it's very much appreciated.
I'm gonna translate.
No, it's okay. I mean, I don't care. It's just, yeah. Also, everyone, you don't have to super chats, but if you do, we really appreciate it. You can also use a PayPal if you want all of the funds to go to us directly. We'll thank you throughout the days as well. But what really helps, what my point is, like this video, all the videos we put out, and comment, because that really puts us in the algorithm a little bit more up and keeps us competitive with all the competitors that we have out there, which are also our friends. I don't want to think that we're like competing like on a aggressive level, but we don't want to get lost in the shuffle either.
Quite.
No, I love him. ESC Tom, I just met yesterday for the first time in person. Oh, love him.
By the way, they're doing "We Got Love" by Jessica Malmboy now.
We got what?
It's "We Got Love" by Jessica Malmboy.
We got raped. Oh, rated. We got rated by Jessica Malmboy.
No, I said "We Got Love" by Jessica Malmboy.
Oh, loved. Oh, okay. I think we got rated.
Moving swiftly on, yes. That's actually one of the highlights of coming to the contest and meeting all these, different grades. There's some real mutual respect as well among all the different fan sides. Everyone helps each other out. Everyone's sort of, pulling the same way. So it's really nice to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now I can hear. I didn't, because it's like a very clubby version of "We Got Love." I didn't even recognize it at first. What are you saying now? Okay, everybody.
I'm not sure what's happening now.
Hannah Waddingham?
More delays.
Nothing.
Yes.
It's more delays. Where's the camera? Which one are we doing again? This one. Okay. Matt, did you say I misheard because I have sound on here, and you don't always hear every single word that he says. Wait.
It's great. I can insult him, and he just doesn't hear it.
Well, I hear most of it, but every once in a while it's a word or gets swallowed or a syllable. You misheard me as well. I was talking to you. Didn't even respond.
Oh, sorry. I was so engrossed in the Eurovision.
I don't like that word.
What?
Engrossed? That's what gross in it, and so it just always bothers me. Okay.
I was focused on Eurovision. I was focused on the Eurovision Song Contest, my favorite music-based contest TV show.
So we have again really awkward pauses here, but this is very normal in the first dress rehearsal. Oh, Hannah is so, right now and she's like fixing some of the hair of the drag queen. I love her. I want to be her for Halloween.
I feel like Hannah now, she just kind of got distracted. She's just sort of like, this is wonderful. Like, I'm really relieved and also so happy with how they've bought into that. I know we keep saying it, but how the hosts have bought into like the Eurovision spirit. It feels really genuine. And I think especially for us, when you see them do it in the rehearsals, you see that it's not just a thing they're doing when they're live on TV. They're genuinely so enthusiastic. They're enjoying every moment of it.
And especially when you have people who are actually a fan of the contest. I don't know, Alicia Dixon, she's doing great, by the way. I'm not that. But with Hannah, because she is more famous in the US, She was on those talk shows promoting Eurovision, talking favorably about it. Like, where? So that's kind of what you need, having not just like, oh, Eurovision, I guess I'll do it. How much?
I mean, we've had a few in the past where they've not been quite as there's
no weak link here.
Involved.
Yes, Hannah is the star, but they're all good.
I think it's fantastic that all three of them are fantastic.
Yeah. Do Eurovision rap that Alicia Dixon did, please. I didn't know what she was saying. I was never paying attention to the rap part.
Oh, I can't remember. Something about Valentina participating 4 times. If I ever learn it, I'll maybe do it on stream.
I can only know this is a story all about how my life got turned flip upside down, and like take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air. Okay. We're getting the quiz again. Let's see here what they're doing. Philomena has 1. Mans has 2. Let's see which one they're guessing. So Lithuania and Kolto.
This is my favorite in 2010.
Yeah, that was a high up at mine as well.
And
let's see what they're guessing.
Qualify. This year, remember, that was the year they did that weird system where you could vote through the whole show.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I want to see what they're saying, if they're guessing yes or no. They know the answer. There's no way they don't know that. Oh, Mans got it wrong. She got it right.
Oh, now it's Christabel, Malta 2018. This is also an NQ. I saw this one live. I remember it very well.
Me too.
Sorry, that was a bit of a flex. Yeah, I was there. No.
So let's see. So they're currently tied, both of them.
And they both said the same thing. I don't want to spoil it for now. It would have been.
They both had NQ to Malta, which is always a safe bet, I guess, these days. And that they both got it right.
Oh, it's Epic Sax Guy.
Everyone knows that one. Epic Sax Guy from 2010, of course.
They both said the same again. They're both correct, obviously. That's the easiest one of the whole one.
They both said qualified. I mean, yeah, obvious.
And it's 4-all.
They both got it right, so they're tied probably, right?
And they put 4-4 crowns on at the end. I love it.
So convenient. I'm sorry, I was listening, but I wasn't listening. It's not coincident that they're tied. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just saying that I love Philomena. I want to see her.
I know.
I want her to
really
host Eurovision again one day. What now?
So that skit is done. Forgive us if we're now again jumping back and forth between chat. Again, which camera am I looking at? This one. Back and forth between this and chat. So we'll do what we can. Special look behind the scenes.
The girls are going around Liverpool.
Fab Four? What did he say?
Oh, this is the Eurovision school thing.
Oh, the Eurovision school thing. Okay, then just some kids doing kid stuff.
And while we're at
so let's see. Any questions here? Probably I didn't miss any major ones, right? Oh, my chat is moving a little slowly. It's frozen again. Frozen. It's like a Madonna song.
So the person who said Turkmenistan, something tells me they won't be debuting next year.
Turkmenistan?
Yes.
Why randomly that country?
Well, I don't know.
That's a very random country to just pick.
Also, one thing I was going to say, which during this period, which I think I wanted to highlight, and I said it on Twitter yesterday as well, is just how good how well the city has welcomed Eurovision. There is a proper festive atmosphere here, in the village, out in the street. We've got really lucky with the weather because originally the forecast was awful. It's been sunny most of the week. It was.
I know it was supposed to rain all week. I brought all these heavy sweaters and stuff with me, and now I'm running out of t-shirts.
I know. How dare they, right?
I brought the sunshine from California. You're all very welcome.
Yes, I'm sure it was you.
It was when I showed up. The sun came out,
and it just stayed out.
It's true though. It started like that.
Does the sun just shine on you and from you? Does it, Matt?
I'm just saying. Could be a coincidence. Is it though?
Is it though? But so the city is amazing.
So kids are still doing their la 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 stuff.
And it is just sort of and the bright colours everywhere. They've put pianos out on the streets. There's music. There's musicians performance on every corner. The village is incredible. The vibes were immaculate in the village during the show yesterday.
Yeah, it was fun.
We were all sat out on a picnic blanket on the grass, on the waterfront, watching the show. People, were absolutely just loving it.
Wish they had chairs.
Well, you can't have it all.
Why not?
If
I cannot have instant regular coffee, then why can I have at least a flipping chair?
Well,
I'll never let go.
You do have a chair. You have two chairs.
I know.
The hotel gave you an extra chair.
I know. I went downstairs. I'm like, can I have an extra chair? I'm like, there's only one for each room. I'm like, yeah, but I need two. Like, well, I can ask maintenance. I'm like, yeah, could you? Because I need two. And it's a room with two beds, so you should have two chairs. So then they finally delivered one. The British audience in the arena is the best. They cheer more than other years. Yes, it is. There's just so much excitement and passion going on here. It's just infatuating. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we're getting Spain ready because I saw just Blanca Paloma. I shouldn't say Blanca because we're thinking Poland. Blanca Paloma.
Not Blanca Polonia.
Paloma. Did I say Polonia?
No. I said it's Blanca Paloma, not Blanca Polonia.
I don't get it.
Polonia means Poland in Spanish.
Oh, gotcha. I don't know where she went. Blanca just walked away. Maybe she left and got a GoFundMe. I know he always gets weird when I say GoFundMe. Is that something I'm saying wrong? That's inappropriate?
No, it's not. I'll explain later. It's not for here.
Okay. Then I'll drop it. If it's not for here, I shouldn't be talking about it.
All right, we're going to have Spain now. I'm so excited for this one, actually. I'm going to focus.
Oh, okay. I got it now. Okay. Whatever.
Oh, my God. Her voice.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot in the beginning. Was it? I don't remember what's the same one, but it's just her silhouette with the background. You see him. Here she comes.
The staging so far identical to Benidorm Fest, by the way.
Yeah.
Literally shot for shot, the exact same. She sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We all just kind of just sucked into this performance.
I'm transfixed.
It looks really nice. I mean, she's vocally on top of it, and just think of the staging that you saw in the national final. I'm sure there may be some deviations because it's a bigger stage, but the spirit is right there. This is a bird's view shot again of her and the white light on the floor with the red curtains around her.
This is amazing.
5 dancers, some clapping going on, some movements going on. Now this stage like flashing red and like lots of stuff happening. She's now walking towards stage B again. What does dancer say in the back?
She's holding. It's like
it's the light, a well of light. What I would call it, like she grabs the light.
They need to work on the shot slightly because I think there's a camera. It didn't look exactly right in the camera, but that's like a camera problem.
Yeah, it was just like it's not even half a second. It was like a millisecond off the timing. Yeah, again, the pulsating red light. So kind of what would you expect from the staging?
Here comes the big note.
Okay, then it's like almost like an eye that is a black circle with a white Yeah, it looks like an eye. I'm telling you, it's going to go big with the juries. I'm not convinced about the televoters, but the juries will really, really like this.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was so bloody good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Wow.
This one is one that, I wasn't like shocked or surprised because we knew she's so consistently good and we knew the staging, what it would look like. So I'm like, yeah, this is what, was meant to happen. What I'm really curious about now is Ukraine and UK, because those stagings, have the potential to go really, really like, whoa. The 30 seconds I saw from Ukraine just made me so happy. It was so innovative, so interesting, so unique and contemporary. I'm so excited. And then UK, that's going to be like, is it coming together or is it falling apart? Are you nervous? You nervous?
Not so much.
Not so much?
Because, I don't know, there's something about it already being here. In some ways, I feel less jeopardy. No, I feel all right about it, actually. I think, despite the worries of, there's been a couple of, things people said after the pre-parties and stuff. I'm not concerned about her voice. I think it's going to sound really good. Everything we've seen from the staging looks really good too. So I'm just excited to see it.
Yep. Vocally, I want to see how it sounds vocally. And if you get the, the deep guy with the voice singing along to May Muller, if they fix that. Yeah, and once we've seen Ukraine and UK, we definitely have seen the winner because we've seen all the performances.
Yes, indeed. That's a terrifying thought, isn't it?
Terrifying but exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just like terrifying because you're like, we're getting almost done already. It goes so fast and then we have to wait another year. But for us, it's Eurovision around the year because the day Eurovision is over, we start 2025 at 24 preparations. So I don't go jump too far ahead.
Yeah, well, there you go. You're just so excited.
I know. I want to do 2 years ahead. No, so plenty of stuff to come.
I think the other thing that you do really notice when you're at the contest and when you're doing the press stuff is before the first week, I arrived on the Friday, and the first few days went by relatively slowly because we were doing stuff. At least I was doing stuff, but it wasn't so busy for me yet. But then you hit show week, and it's like stuff's happening all the time, and it's like stream, arena, press center. So and the time just starts going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It literally feels like Monday morning was half an hour ago. That is sort of the speed at which.
Yeah, so people's like, man, you're not going out. I'm excited. I can't sleep. But yesterday we couldn't really go because people are in different places. We're going out tonight.
Potentially. I'm going to Weeby Jam.
We're going to Weeby Jam tonight?
Some others may be going to Weeby Jam too. If you're at Weeby Jam, come say hi.
Is that after the jury show?
Yes, jury show. Then I'll come here. I'll do my little dash.
Oh, is it Weeby Jam this late this time around?
Weeby Jam, I think it's like 9:30 till 4 or something.
Oh, well, that's during the show then.
Sorry?
That's during the show.
Well, the show will finish. I'll be out at 9:30. I'll be here.
But if Weeby Block started and Weeby Jam started at 9:30, that's still during the jury show.
Yeah, but it's a night out. You don't arrive right at the start. You arrive fashionably late.
Huh? What? If the performances start at 9:30, the jury show's not over until
9:30.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works. Okay.
That was very. You just had a very German moment.
Why?
There. You were like, well, if the event starts at 9:30, then why are we not already there at 9:30?
True. I'm on time. That's Ukraine is next.
Ukraine is starting now.
Ugh, I just love the beginning. It's like boom, you see the 6 screens with his face, like, and then he shows up right between the screens. Oh, with beautiful blue mountains in the back, beautiful blue, with his Terminator look. He's wearing the outfit that you saw in the clip, so we don't have to explain it. And then he stands in front of him, the cubes, and is holding his hand up, and then watch.
Yes, no, I saw.
Oh, wow! Like he's moving with the screen. Like it's like
he turns into an alien.
He turns into an whoa.
That's so cool.
He turns into like he ducks behind one of the screens, and then the screen turns into he turns into an alien in front of the. So cool!
Wow! Wow!
He sounds good too. He has a smooth voice. Very, so appropriate for the song.
By the way, this is all on the B stage. So if you have standing tickets and you want to see this performance, do not go right to the front around the sides of the B stage. You won't see anything. Go aim for the furthermost point on the B stage.
Well, there's somebody behind him. Who are these people?
Dancers.
Oh, okay, that's what. Oh, the dancers, like you see, half dancer, half screen. Like they're dancing with the screen. Like it looks like they're holding a ball, but it's actually on the screen.
Yeah, this is so cleverly done.
Wow. Oh,
it's visually
stunning. I know we're getting something good, but it looks so amazing. Whatever you may feel about the song, but visually, it's just out of this world. He has backup support, vocals, a male and a female, you can tell.
Pyro.
The dancers affected pyros, yeah. They're doing a hectic dance in front of him. Very yellowy, very futuristic, Oh, and the backup has like a chest of the alien is holding the earth and then puts it in the palm of his hand kind of thing.
That was excellent. I enjoyed that very much.
That was wonderful. Y'all, that was really, really good.
And it's quite unique as well amongst the songs. It's
yes,
different
yes.
kind of style.
Different genre, different style, different look, different everything.
And, I've seen a few creators who correctly pointed out how underrated this is, and I think
it's not going to flop as bad when the last two times they were in the direct qualifying position.
Yes.
Because you could even make a case if I wouldn't even qualify it those years with that little song.
I think they would have qualified in 2017.
I don't think they would.
I think
they have got hardly any points, but I don't think they would have qualified. But the points had really bad results. We'll never know about that part.
I guess we'll never know.
But this is, But no, that was really, really good. Oh, he was still singing. He was walking away. So now we're just waiting for your country, the United Kingdom,
Britain.
Well, that used to be called your national fund. Your country needs you. That used to be called that way.
Oh, yes, we did actually call it Your Country Needs You. That was the national final in 2009 and 2010.
I remember
and then we scrapped it after the 2010 disaster.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing that has ever happened.
Oh, that was so
actually
sad.
No. Like several other terrible things happened before and since then. To the Eurovision.
Like, it's gotten so much better since then.
It was so horrible in those days.
So while they're waiting for the UK setup, because that's going to be a minute, because they're still working on taking Ukraine down. I mean the staging. So let us know in the chat at ESC United, and we'll answer it. And then we're done basically. The fake results are not important because I gotta head out to the press center and
I gotta go to the show.
Exactly. As a reminder, we'll do this all again. Sean will be here in the evening with me. I'm not sure if anyone else will join. I'm not sure. Roy O'Connor, I don't know. But definitely Sean, he committed. I made someone commit. So he did.
Make me want to commit.
Commit
sorry,
felony.
That was really mean. I'm sorry, that was mean. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry, Matt.
What was the 2010 disaster? Gabe, do you want to explain the 2010
How
disaster?
do I begin to imagine all the happy faces I'd like to see? The final destination, sounds of celebration, if I could get the opportunity. So I wonder, who do I turn to? Who can make these wishes and dreams come true? There's nothing left to do now. I'm going to see it through now. Everything is possible to do. So if you bring the sunshine, I'll bring the good times. just at your laughter. It's happy ever after.
You're getting louder by the second.
I don't know about you, but that sounds good to me.
It was. They all had the same song to choose from, right? They all had different versions. It was a very terribly written song. It was basically a shorter version of the 2009 selection where they had like an idol-style elimination of artists. And then they had the last 2 acts, I think, perform the song written by Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Mm-hmm.
And
and that was really good. Like because the song actually worked, as we saw, and it did really well.
But then they had, what was the guy called Waterfall? No, who wrote that?
Pete
song?
Waterman.
Pete Waterman. He wrote a song that was
defrosted from the 80s.
Yeah.
Who was only in it for a quick paycheck. Who wrote the song in like 20 minutes.
And it was a disaster. And there was nothing, nobody couldn't. That apparently was the best version of it. And then they came last.
Horrific. Just horrific. That might have been, genuinely, I think that was the worst. A part of me died that day, and I've not recovered since. I'm just doing my prediction now as well. My top 10. I'll keep it secret though.
I'll do mine. I have to run to the press center, but I'll do them there. So we're still waiting for the UK to be set up. So just hang on there at ESC United in the chat. Do the Big Five for rehearse in front of a crowd at all? Yes. Tonight. So tonight, the remaining direct qualifiers, Spain, UK, and Ukraine, will perform in front of an audience tonight in the what we used to know as the jury show. So if you have a ticket for tonight, you get to see those performances as well for free. Well, not for free. You spend 500 euros for, but you get my point. It's including the price. Complimentary. That's what they call it, right?
Yes.
Who was texting me? Oh, it was you.
It was me, yeah. I was sending you my semi-position.
So, Gabe thinks the following countries will qualify. What? Okay, sorry.
What?
What?
You're telling me, like, I'm
no, it's fine. I only saw one of them, so that's fine. Okay.
Here she comes.
Let's get ready for
Armée. That's AR space MAE. Armée. We love Armée.
Oh, we hear applause in the arena. That's good.
That's a good start, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We like it when the audience gives it a little. Okay.
Go. May. Girl.
They're just working on some LEDs, by the way.
Okay. This is where they can take their time because, it's not going to be, they're just going to show clips tomorrow night. It's not going to be a big deal. Awkward pauses. Let's be awkward quiet as well then. Best live stream ever. Okay, I can do this. That's why Roy and Melanie always make fun of me because they're Roy and Melanie, I love them all the way to the moon and back. But they're very Dutch when it comes to like conversations. We can walk together for 10 minutes and they're not saying a single word to each other.
Comfortable silence, I believe they call it.
That's an oxymoron, first of all. And it's not me. Let's put it that way. So it drives me nuts. So they're always like, I always have to talk, apparently. I don't even call myself that, like, chatty, but apparently to them I am.
You're not chatty?
Not chatty. Yeah. What? Well, that's part of, but off camera, how am I? Am I that chatty? I'm normal.
You're quite chatty.
Yeah,
I think you're chatty.
I'm not like over the top chatty. To them, it feels like I am.
What a mystery.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Americans ask, "How are you?" without wanting a real answer. That is true. That was a struggle for me initially when I came over there. Because I actually, thanks for asking. Well, actually, as a matter of fact, I did not do well. And they're like, just give me a fine, a good, one syllable answer and move along. And don't say pretty good. That's a follow-up question.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good. Like what? But I don't have time. So yeah, it is true. but it's also just me, and it's a cultural thing. And in all seriousness, I make a cartoon of it because sometimes, for Americans, they think Europeans can be rude, but it's just because that's just their culture. When I come here, like even when I walked into like the hotel, when you walk into a hotel in America, they're like, "How are you? How was your day?" Da da da. And here they're not even looking at you, and I'm like, "I'm walking in. How are you?" And they're like, "Uh huh," and I'm like, "Hi." It's just awkward me walking past you, not saying anything, and I'm not like making fun. It's just like how it works here, right? And it's not rude. It's just a cultural thing.
I mean, I've had worse in hotel lobbies. When I was 18, I went on holiday to Amsterdam, not for the reason that any of you disgusting people think, and with some of my friends. And we got to the hotel lobby, and basically one of my friends had, her parents had many years of like frequent flyer miles built up that they spent all at once on our hotel. So we were staying in the Krasnopolski Hotel in Amsterdam. For those of you who don't know, that's the fanciest hotel in Amsterdam. Okay. It's like champagne at breakfast. Yeah. 5-star. It's an amazing hotel, right? Yeah. So these 5 rain-sodden, bedraggled teenagers show up at reception. They look at us like, clearly thinking, do we need to call security?
Oh, really?
And we say, we have rooms here. And they're sort of like, do you? And I'm like, yes, we do. It's been a long day. Let us in. And they made us put a deposit down before.
That's normal, though.
No, it's not.
It's a normal in the US.
It was a big deposit. It was like €250.
Really? Yeah, that's normal.
For a 4-night stay in a hotel.
Yeah, it's just a deposit, and then they give it. Okay, I'm used to that. Yeah, I'm used to.
I didn't like it. It upset me. I'm upset.
Well, it's just for incident, like in case you trash the hotel.
Well, yeah. Well, we did. So just
there you go. Like hangover style.
Yeah. They still haven't worked out
they're testing the screen, all that stuff with the UK right now. You see like flashing stuff, the boxes. So there's nothing happening right now. You see on the backdrop like a green circle and a white circle, just nothing like really to report. You see people walking. Well, until a second ago, walking across the stage. So,
by the way, when you go to the press center, give this to Sean or Roy or Connor, or any of them.
One of them.
Yeah. Oh, there's May Muller, and she's dancing around with the dancers. She's having a little dancey dance backstage.
Okay. Oh, we then did the British snacks yet, somebody was saying.
Oh, no, we haven't got around to it yet. I've had a few ideas, but we've been so busy, we haven't had time to sort it out. It might be that
they're either working or partying, so there's no time left in between.
Yes, okay, I can't even deny that. That's just true.
Yeah, like,
we've been really busy. We've had a lot going on. It's always a whirlwind. And I was going to buy some stuff in London last week, but then I didn't have time because I ended up really behind with work, so I had to go.
Yeah, I don't want to hear excuses. So let's focus on May Muller.
Yes.
Oh, you actually went quiet. I didn't expect. I thought you were going to snap back at me when I said I want to hear your excuses.
Oh well, I was. You focused in my mind.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm like, wow, I'm that intimidating. I keep forgetting about that.
Go on, May.
Ooh.
Sorry, was that quite loud?
Not quite loud. It was very loud. Okay, here we go. UK.
Oh, big dramatic opening.
Oh yeah,
wonderful.
It goes like. Oh, that is new, right?
Which?
The sound, the opening?
Yeah, that wasn't in the studio version.
And then you get that big circle around her that. Let me listen to her as well. This effect you saw with the, she's between her.
Voice sounds good so far.
Okay, they have a lot of hands snapping on screen and eyes popping up. The cutout eyes almost. She's standing on a hand on like this, and then she's on top of it.
Sounds like she's not giving, like she's not. No. She's saving her voice.
She's like you see her face like crying, like fake tears crying on the backdrop. Lots of May Mullers in a mirror, hand mirror. Oh. They changed the backup vocalist male to a female now, right?
They have changed the backup vocal, yeah. And most importantly, they fixed the problem.
Yeah, but I would have liked the depth of the male vocalist. So she's walking off that stage thing right now.
You see that little face she did?
Yeah.
Little stuck. She stuck its tongue out at the camera.
Lots of colors like yellow, black, white, green. Now they're all walking together towards the stage B, dancing.
This is so good. It's just so good.
I don't know if I like it. I love the visuals, but vocally it's not good. It's so soft again.
She's saving her voice. She's definitely saving her voice.
I hope so. And she's doing her talky part, rap part. She's in the...
Yep, I like that. It works. I like it.
Oh, that effect is cool. The spinning wheel on the stage B.
They've changed the big note and it's better. So before it went, instead I wrote a song. Now it goes, instead I wrote a song, which sounds much better. Suits her voice way better. And there's a big boof, boof just before that as well, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I think we're on different sides of this one. I thought it was actually quite disappointing.
It was great. It was great. I loved it. It was great. It was excellent.
I'm worried for the UK after this performance.
I'm not.
I am. That was vocally a D- to me.
A D-?
Yes.
She was saving her voice. Like, and the thing is, people saying in chat that she's struggled vocally before. Yes, I know, but you could tell. You could tell that she was like holding.
And I love that song to bits. That's not the problem, right? And it was visually very busy and fun. But the chorus is so weak sauce in this. It was just her singing softly, and the backup vocalist was equally soft. Like in the video, it sounds like she needed more deeper vocals there, and maybe more harmonies to make it really stand out. And there it was like, last night I wrote a song on how you did.
Last night I wrote a song.
Last night, whatever. What did I say?
You said last night I wrote a song. It's instead I wrote a song, not last night.
Instead I wrote a song. So
the thing is, it's very the thing. I guess I will. So people are talking about copium in chat. In fact, I think it is some ways in copium, but also like I think the thing with Mae Muller and the thing that I really like about Mae Muller, and one of the reasons I like our entry so much. I feel like I sort of have to declare a bias here because when I watch that performance and I see it, it makes me think of a lot of I see a lot of like my friends and sort of my kind of I relate to her a lot. And I just got a notification. And this is blowing my train of thought. Yeah, Mae. Someone said in chat, Mae is extremely British, and and like it really, her personality really comes through, and that for me, so that does make a difference. And so I see it, and I'm like, yes. Whereas another observer may see it and go, ugh.
It's a little harsh, but I felt like it was too soft, and the pizzazz was missing. And I know you said she's holding back her voice. But her song is not that difficult to sing. Why is she the only one holding back? You know,
she wasn't though. Austria did the same.
Yeah,
Austria
but they were also off at some point. So we're just making the assumption they're holding back. Like if you can hold back, like the big notes, but just the standard stuff. This instead I wrote a song. It's not a difficult part to sing. And as a professional, you would have a little bit more. So to give, and it's not even necessarily she sounded fine. And I said D-. It was not even her voice was a D-. I just thought it was the energy-wise, it was very, very underwhelming to me. Because this is an energetic song. And I feel like it was more focused on choreography, walking around, and making it visually quite stunning. I was just vocally, completely the energy was missing for me. Visually, it was great, though.
Well, let's see. I think we'll know for sure this evening, won't we? Because that performance, you have to go all out because it gets put on YouTube. The one this evening.
Yeah, this evening. So we'll wait. I'll withhold final judgment, but right now I was so taken out of it just because it was so weak, like energy wise, and we'll see. I still think with the chorus, and that makes me the most nervous part because the rest was fine, even the verses, right? But the chorus, just that's like the big banger, like the da 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 die. Do you really have to hold back on the da 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 die?
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it could be. Maybe she is like, her voice is a little sore.
Yes.
You know, who knows?
Yeah. So we'll see. Because I'm also overprotective a little bit about this song because I really want to do really, really well for multiple reasons. I love it. I need the UK to do really well this year. And yeah. It's funny how we had that's very interesting. So I want to see what then people, I mean, it could look very different tomorrow. Tonight is where I'm going to do my final judgment. Just right now, I was a little underwhelmed. Did May dance? People asking. Yes, she was moving around quite a bit. I mean, she was making sure that she was not losing her voice. You know, the dance doing more, but she was walking with them, doing some gestures, you know, and all that stuff. So she was certainly active. You know, but kind of what you would expect, like dance a little bit and mostly focus on singing, but walking around quite a bit.
Thank you for the sticker, Renee. Just posted 20.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you a gazillion dollars. A gazillion times. A gazillion times, I meant to say. A gazillion dollars.
It's been a long day, hasn't it, Matt?
And this is the first show.
Well, it's all right. At least you'll be rid of me rubbing it in all the time in a minute.
No, you think Sean's any better?
Oh, that's true. He might be worse, actually.
I know. I'm scared. But he's not much better than that, you know. So he messes up all the time. Yeah. Anyway, so we have a few more minutes. Do you have to leave?
Yes. I need to be on the barrier, so I'm in the queue at 5 p.m.
Okay.
So if you're going to the show tonight and you've got a standing ticket, come say hi. I will be wearing this T-shirt. That's how you know how to spot me. I will be literally exactly as I am now.
Yeah.
Because I forgot my flag, so I'm just going to be standing there like.
Yeah. So then go get ready.
Yes, I shall.
And I'll head out a few minutes as well. But just a couple questions at ESC United in the chat. And as a reminder, we will be back around 8:30, 8:45 your time, which is then 7:45 our time, I guess, for the next week. So stick around for that. Is she wearing her black outfit? What was she wearing again?
Yeah, it was the black outfit.
Black outfit. Yes. So yeah, she certainly was wearing that. And she looks great, by the way. It's just really that my big upset here was, I'm like, that chorus is everything to me, right? And it just fell so flat, both energy-wise.
Someone asked me if I could take a flag tonight, which flag would it be? Having seen this, I have to say I'd take a Lithuania flag.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'd take a Lithuania flag and park myself right on the barrier in the middle.
Iru would like to have a talk with you then.
Oh, well, Iru, I mean, for a Georgia flag, that's a good shout too.
It's okay. Well, do you always have? No, you can talk to Roy. At least he now has Georgia flags everywhere.
Well, yeah, but does he have them? I doubt he's been carrying them all around with him, though.
Oh, that's what a loser. Okay, so I miss Slovenia. How did you like the performance? They're ready. Absolutely ready.
It was great.
No, the camera work looked great. This was like almost a flawless run through, I think. I'm sure they have little things to point out that they're like, but for the most part, it looked like they're ready.
You know, through the season, I have to say with Slovenia, the song has grown on me and they have grown on me a lot. They are so likable and their song is so likable as well.
It was my favorite, probably the most entertaining interview I did in Barcelona.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they said, oh, we have big Eurovision fans. I'm like, really? Let's put that to the test then. So I asked them during the interviews and they got them all right.
Wow, okay.
I asked, no, honestly, Slovenia, but I asked like the year they debuted it and the best results at Eurovision, that kind of stuff. And they got them all right. And then they were like almost offended by the last question.
What was the last one?
Besides your song, not counting yours, when was the last time you sang in Slovenian? Wait, last year. I'm like, yeah, just making sure you're paying attention. So they were funny.
Right. I will be now kindly departing. I'm going to go and freeze outside for a while because it's better to be cold for a couple of hours now than boil in the arena later. You should have seen me on Monday night. I was sweating.
Is it just me? Oh, was Fran's vocals not good in it last night? I think the problem was to me was her voice wasn't bad or anything. It just didn't carry as much oomph than I thought it was when I saw it on TV either. So it felt not as grand as I was hoping. Could be the sound mixing. I don't know. So I'm withholding it because in other first run through, I think it sounded better or more dramatic. So we shall see. So, but yeah, I felt the same way a little bit.
All right. So it's all systems go for me then. I'm going to leave all my stuff here if that's okay.
Okay.
The key you have is for the flat. If you could give that to Sean or whoever. And those are my house keys for my flat in London. So, I mean, don't burgle me, I guess.
Oh, it's tempting.
It would take you a really long time. You wouldn't if you tried to burgle me. You won't get back in time for the stream.
Do you got like a Switch or something? Nintendo Switch?
Nintendo Switch? No, I have an Xbox. I have an Xbox and an Xbox 360, like an original Xbox.
Oh well, now I'm good. Then I'm not gonna bother.
If we bought it in like 2001.
Then we good.
Anyway, take care, everyone. See you on the other side.
Alrighty. So as a reminder, we'll be back tonight as well, of course. Right now, in case one, they're showing some clips of the Ukraine, the direct qualifiers is what I'm trying to say. Kind of what they did with the first semifinal, like little random things that they answer. So you've seen that. They're going to test that right now. Lazara should get off the plinth and dance in the second course and go back on it. Well, that would be difficult. She's high up there. She would have to climb down and bring it down. I think it would be just time-wise very, very difficult. I don't know if the moving even bothers me, that the camera work can do all that. It was really just vocally. It was not quite as the song requires really like grand sound. And for some reason, it wasn't quite as grand as I wanted it to be. But during the first run through, it sounded better to me. But I would not worry about it too much either yet. We'll find out maybe, well, we'll find out on Friday. Did something happen with Island's before? Oh, that moved too fast. Did something happen with Island's performance in the first semi? It felt off. That's kind of how they sound the entire time. I've been saying that during all the dress rehearsals. It just doesn't sound right. His voice was. I mean, I always had the problem the way where his voice sits, and it was just very stretchy. Now, very different, and so it never sounded good. And the problem was, he started dancing and then he had his microphone, but the voices were singing, but he wasn't singing, and it just didn't feel right. And I think that has kind of come across accordingly, unfortunately. So they're going to show us the clip now of the performance that she did just a minute ago. I'm going to listen to UK again because I know Gabe was super excited and I was a little underwhelmed. And maybe I overreacted because maybe I had high hopes, and it just was a little. It was really just like two women singing softly together. Instead, I wrote a song, la 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 la. You know, that was my issue. Especially coming right after like Blanca, who was just like. Oh, here we go. The poor nervous faces when they were announcing the qualifiers yesterday. Imagine if they really did that on stage. Cruel. I'm glad they had the support of the delegations now. Thank God this all happened. I didn't want to think about it anymore. It's in the past, and hopefully it'll never happen. Lesson learned. Don't put them on stage. Leave them in the green room. Kaya's vocals are not letting him into the top 10 of the jury's IMO. I think they'll be in the top 10, but the question is how high. They have put other songs high up where the vocals weren't like that impressive, because this vocals is just one small part of judging. It's not 100%. It's like basically 25%. Saying, so you feel the energy has been completely lost in the course and therefore it falls flat. I think that summarizes it a little bit, because the energy is heavily. I mean, the song is good for the entire time, but those verses build up to that very catchy chorus and the na-na-na part, right? And it just doesn't go as far as I wanted it to go. And Gabe says she's holding back. I hope so. I hope so. And maybe I'm just overly defensive because I was like, oh, it's just not the energy that I wanted. But it was interesting how we had a very different reaction to it. But visually, it was fun and interesting. So I want to be clear about that as well. Can we listen to Ukraine right now? This song has really grown on me. It's probably the biggest grow of the year, Ukraine. I didn't hear your thoughts on San Marino. What do you think? I mean, San Marino staging to me is too red. That is just the theme of the year. And what I find about the staging, while very interesting, it is too busy as well. There's everything happening there. These kissy red lip mouth flying on screen, their eyes on there. There's lots of flashing, and it's too dramatic for the song because it's a little rock song, but it's not a loud, very rock song. So I feel like the staging is louder than the song itself, and therefore it doesn't mash well enough for me. He sounded good though, this lead singer, so he's good. It's just the staging was a little much for me. I think Albania could squeeze in. Albania could always squeeze in and qualify. Gabe called it a guaranteed non-qualifier. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But I think it's going to be more difficult than in previous years, I think. Okay, the clip they're showing is the good part. Meaning, like, not the chorus. It starts. It looks so good, though. Yeah, I wish I would have had a male vocalist in there just because it adds more depth to the song. It's rather than two female vocals singing the melody together. Instead, I wrote a song. It's like da 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 da. It's too soft because in the music it's more like da 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 da. You know, it's a little bit more sass to it, and I've missed the sass in that one. I guess that's what I'm missing here. So once again, we will have another run through of rehearsals tonight. Sean and I will be here, and I have to head out to the press center because I got to do another video, and we got to have some work to do. So thank you everyone for sticking around. Forgive me if I have to run out now. I cannot stick around for the results, the fake results, because they already turned off the screen and they have another wait here. So I'll be back tonight, and then we're going to make it all the way through the bitter end. Okay, I'll see you all in a few hours.